All right, welcome back, everybody. We are in week 2 of the Lost Mine of Phandelver. And if you recall, we had started everybody in Neverwinter, where you had been trying to rally up to get ready to go with Gungren Rockseeker. He and his brothers had been our investigators, explorers, and they said that they were onto something new and big. They were very excited. However, just as they're about to leave, Gungren was interrupted by a PC, Malcolm, who had said that he was having problems with rats in his basement, and he asked Gundren to help him. He and his human companion, Sildar Hallwinter, were quick and anxious to be on the road. They had found something so exciting. However, since all of you were going to follow with supplies to the small little town that they were going to, they said that your group could take care of these small rats and then just follow up the next day to find them, and they would leave a map to where they needed to go. So you all agreed to help Malcolm with his small rat problem. So you gathered up the supplies that he had asked you to gather up in a wagon with some oxen, and drove the wagon over to Malcolm's home in the more upscale part near the castle in Neverwinter. He showed you where the basement was. You went down there and you found out that this was a little bit bigger problem than just a rat or two.
The neighbors are pissed.
Yeah. You went in to kill the rats, only to find out the rat hole was much bigger than the small rats were coming in. You killed them and you followed the hole to a series of 2 different basements. Each of them had bigger rats. Some of them, the rats got bigger and bigger until you would now find in basement number 3 here, you had found that there were several big rats. You dismissed and dispatched them and found yourself in this weird basement. You also found a small crate that had a couple of vials in them. And so you have those now. You had stowed those away. I believe that is Waif who has those.
Yes.
So you find, and in that 3rd basement, you found steps going up. I believe
at the door for a little bit.
Yeah. So it was Gashar who snuck up and was listening to the door, and he heard somebody yelling to somebody else.
Yeah, they sound like they're not happy.
And he said that something to the effect of, they're downstairs, and was all upset. Moments later, something invisible
attacked
you and stabbed you in the neck. And you saw that it became visible for a brief moment, and somebody was up on the stairs with you. Who was that? Who saw that?
That was me.
Great.
Hemo?
So that was Hemo. And Hemo, you saw this thing just vanish, stabbed him, and it vanished. The 2 of you are standing on top of the steps now, Hemo and Gashar. The rest of the group is in this basement with the dispatched rats. So the question will be, what are you going to do now?
You were attacked?
Got stabbed, and yeah, that hurt quite a bit. I think I made a fortitude save, if I remember.
You
correctly.
did, yes.
Otherwise, I presume it would have hurt more and or poisoned me. But Gashar just kind of yells and says, "Ow, that hurt! What are you doing? Why are you doing this?"
What? I didn't do that.
I know it wasn't you. Show yourself.
It's the guy up the stairs. I said we get him.
Well, he will take his quarterstaff and bang on the door and say, "Show yourself."
Get her, Ray. That's your plan?
I'm going to run up the stairs and try to open the door.
Now, are you going to try to use the handle, or are you going to bash through it?
I hide.
Wave hides.
It is stealth of 24.
Okay.
I rolled.
Nice.
Sunscreen.
I want to bash the door.
Okay, run up and give me a athletics check, please.
Hulk smash.
Smash.
Action to open the door, because right as he's
not great.
Come past me. I'll see if I can grab the door and just like open the handle.
Roll me a reflex. Roll me a dexterity. If you can beat a 10, you can do this.
You're gonna try to open the door before I kick it?
Just as you do.
Just as you go to
Just
kick
as
it, he reaches over and he's like, you do that.
The door should open faster though.
Yeah.
So you dodge an
He
elf
flips the
foot.
latch, and Hemo kicks it open.
He reaches over just quickly, just kind of snatches the door handle and turns it just as you're hitting the door. When that happens, the door comes flying open.
So I look way stronger.
Yeah, yeah.
than I actually am.
The door ricochets out and
Kashar nods at you really briefly and then looks inside at the door.
right. So what I'm going to do,
gonna-
I'm going to reveal. I have the upstairs of this room on the map next to the current one. So let me reveal that.
I'm gonna rush in. I'm a fighter. I just realized.
You should.
No more
Aren't
of
you
this.
also like out of health?
Only fool rushing.
I have a second wind.
Kidding? Rushing? Haha.
Ah, yeah. That hurt me a little bit.
Where is chapter 10? Oh,
All right. So I'm going to move the map.
Oh. Is
All right. And you can move yourself to the top of the stairs there. Move your character to the top of the stairs right here. Put yourself right there. Boom. All right. So you're coming out that door right toward it, and you are facing these windows as you come rushing out. So you're right there and you're facing these windows as you come rushing out. So you can put yourself right in the square right here.
Okay.
All right.
I've got like
Pick
a
up-
sword pointed in each direction. I'm like, who just did that?
All right. As you rush out, you look around and you can see right there. It looks to be some kind of swarm of rats that are just in a big pile, just running, just kind of all eating. They're eating a bunch of food that's on the ground. You just see a bunch of rats just as you walk out. They don't seem to be paying any attention as you look out. You
there's
just
more
see
rats up here?
just a swarm of these. These are all a bunch
I
of
thought
small
they'd be in
ones.
The basement only.
These might be a bunch of babies. What do you want to do?
Do they seem aggressive?
No, they just seem to be sitting there.
Heard?
There. No.
I'm gonna take a quiet step away from the rats and
Give me a stealth roll, please.
I have a natural 20 for myself.
Yes, you're in the basement still.
Ah, yes, but I'm
But quiet.
What did you get for your stealth?
an 11.
An 11. All right. When you do that, you step out, this rat swarm decides that it probably would like to eat you
Ooh,
more than
yeah,
it would like
leopard.
to eat the thing that it has. And so with that, we're going to roll initiative.
Crap. Oops, I gotta select that token.
No, you don't.
what do you do for a token? What is this?
You just have to do it because we're going to do initiative separate. So that's fine.
Yeah, honestly, in my game, I do initiative separate from roll 20 anyways.
Yeah. For some reason, roll 20s is difficult to deal with. And so I just find it
Dang.
easier to roll this way. So okay. So
Kashar will go last.
okay. Finis, what did you get?
Finn has got a 14.
Nice. Flander,
24.
Hemo,
18.
Waif,
I have 8.
8, and Grishar, 7.
Yes.
Okay. So Flander, you get to go first. You are down the steps and he kind of jumps out and you hear above you this, and you hear these rats just go, start running across the floor.
Okay. And I'm going to come running up the stairs.
Okay.
Kashar will lean to the back of the stairwell
Sure.
and let everybody rush into the room in front of him. This way.
And what the heck? I'll cast Vicious Mockery on them.
All right. You're going to catch Vicious Mockery. What do you target for Vicious Mockery?
I think you targeted individuals.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Give it a cast. Do I make a save?
Yeah, it's See.
We all know mobs aren't very wise.
So it fails the save. So how much damage do you do?
It's 1d4 psychic damage. So
Great. Go ahead and roll your
And
dice.
they'll have disadvantage on their next attack roll.
Yep.
2 points.
Okay. One of the many rats
Guys.
flips over and shakes and dies, and the rest continue unaffected.
That was a mean string of insults that you just speak towards this.
You
This
dirty rat.
Hero, Hemo, it's your turn.
All right. I was trying to look up what it takes to draw a weapon.
I would most likely guess
it's 5e.
it's free to do, right?
Okay, so if I wanted to draw my hand axes and chuck them at the swarm, could I?
Yeah, you can throw them at them for sure.
I guess. So yeah, I could draw. Could I draw both of them and throw both of them? Because I have fighting style. No, I don't have a fighting style yet.
Do you have?
Oh,
do you
no,
have
I do
weapon,
get a fighting style at level
You have
1.
two
yeah.
weapon fighting, right?
2 weapon fighting, yeah.
That doesn't allow you to throw both of them. That allows you to attack with an offhand weapon.
Okay.
But you could throw one of them if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll draw and throw one hand axe.
All right, you draw and throw it. Go for it.
Ooh,
What'd you get?
That's a nat 20.
Nice. Go ahead. And,
There was a 4 on the die, so 4 plus.
So is your strength?
4
You
plus
get your-
1,
you
8
get-
plus 1.
okay, so you did 9 points of damage to him,
Yep.
and that was your you did a critical damage to them, right?
Yeah.
Right. All right. You hit it, and they hit part of it, and you hit one or two of these small rats, and the rest of them kind of spiral out around them and keep going. So you killed 1 or 2 of these little small tiny rats, but they're running after you. You think that a physical attacks may not work as well.
Well, I'm Hemo. That's all I can do. That's
Yeah.
my turn.
Sometimes there's limitations you have to work around. All right, that is
Not
Hemo.
long.
That brings us to Finis.
Finis is going to run up the stairs, pop out, take a look, and cast a Sacred Flame.
All right, you're gonna
He
sacred
looks
flame
over.
him.
They make
Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
for
Oh,
description only. I can make rolls.
Yeah.
So they make DC 13 Wisdom.
DC 13 wisdom. Okay. All right, I'm going to fail that. How much damage do I take?
1d8.
Nice.
4.
4 points of damage. All right. Part of the rats you're kind of leaving behind a trail of dead rats as the rest of the mob is running after you. All right. That was Finis, and that brings us now to Waif.
All right. How many? What's the move to go up the stairs?
It's 10 feet to walk up the stairs.
10 feet. So I can move 30, right? I will move to there, and I can see swarm. Yes.
So you're going to want to walk out.
Actually, I have to move slow. So
Yeah. So
I'm stealth.
you can't go this way. So let me be more specific here. So this way is actually blocked. You need to walk out this way. This is kind of up against the wall. So you'll need to exit out this way.
Can't see. What you're,
They're not showing it on the map.
no. It's showing little arrows.
Interesting.
Like,
Interesting.
you're
Wonder
talking
why.
about this way, right?
Yeah.
You have to go that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I can't go over there. So I'll go there.
So you can run out, and you're just going to stealthily run over around that corner.
Yes.
Okay, you've done that.
Which that's all I can do.
Perfect. So exiting this way, you can see kind of like through the through some of the wood slats here slightly. You can see this window kind of reflecting, so you can see there's nothing there.
The stairs go up further.
No, they go up to this. They go up to this level, but it's sort of like up.
Yeah, there's like a doorway, right?
Right. Yeah, it's like a doorway up to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you run up there, perfect, and that brings us to Gashar.
All right. Well, after everybody ran past him up the stairs, he'll step into that doorway as well and see what all the hubbub's about.
All right.
Since there's a rat swarm there, it looks menacing, but hasn't attacked yet, right?
It looks like it's moving in your general direction. Starting to move in your general direction. Yeah.
Well, then he'll actually just ready an attack. And if it comes within 5 feet, he will attack it. At that
Perfect. Perfect. All right. It is my turn. The swarm runs forward. The swarm is going to run to here.
Those are the rats.
Yeah. Okay. And then it's going to make an attack.
They sound like bird rats.
It's a rat named Ghidorah.
Okay.
Gador rats.
Oh, the rats will miss terribly. All right. So the rats run forward and start gnawing at your feet, trying to bite at your feet, but are unable to do anything. That brings us to Flander.
Hey.
Well, hey there, neighborino.
What the
How
heck?
to
I'll
do
just
to
take a
do?
s-
Are you going to tackly do?
We are in the neighborino's house right now.
I'll just smack it with my sword. Just going to smack him with my sword for 9 points.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give him an attack.
Oh, yeah, he did.
All right.
Oh, you got an 8.
You
Oh,
missed.
Yep. And
Nice try, though. That brings us to Hemo.
Things that aren't physical attacks. I have a flute.
Well, you can do physical attacks. They just have resistances to them, meaning they generally take half damages from them.
Well, you know what? For now, I think I am gonna just draw and toss another hand axe.
Yeah, we're a swarm of humanoids right here going against a swarm of rat-toids.
That's a 17 to hit.
All right, that will hit.
3 points of slashing damage.
All right. You do a bunch. Some of those little rats kind of get stuck to the floor, cut in half. Little tail is flipping.
I
Yeah.
ready my swords. I'm out of axes.
All right. That brings us to Finish.
Finish him.
I gotta get me some more knives.
He steps up.
All right. When you
Tries to
step.
bring his,
All right. Now,
Yeah.
and you'll see something now in a second. After you're done. What are you going to do?
I'm going to step up and I'm going to smash him with my warhammer.
Boom. Go ahead and give it an attack.
Try to crush as many as I can in one.
That kind of an
That's
area
an
effect.
You should
Area
say
effect.
area effect.
It's
Right.
a wide-headed warhammer for 8.
Wow.
8, right?
Oh, do I still have, is this charm on me? Is that a bardic inspiration? Can I roll that?
There you go. You want to use it on this?
Yeah, I'm going to add a d6. 1. Damn it.
Oh,
A 9.
no. Unfortunately, one will not cut it for you until you got a total of 9. You hit it. These creatures kind of swarm out of the way. Just as you're about to hit them, they just kind of and they kind
It's
of
like
come
a
together.
bad game of whack-a-mole.
Yeah, that's all right. That was
If you've never played Whack
Yes.
Rat, it's very popular in Baldur's Gate.
Waif. What are you gonna do? These rats are around the corner, just kind of chewing up.
They haven't done anything, right? They haven't harmed anyone. They're not
The Willer.
They're
Yeah.
swarming at his feet right now, trying to bite him. But they
Trying
haven't
to-
Who's that they're
succeeded.
eating?
His feet.
these big strong boys. I think they have these. I'm going to remain hidden.
You got it. All right. Your waif has remained hidden. That brings us to Gashar.
It's like everyone stepped in front of me. Can
How rude.
No, can I, if I go from here to here, I'd leave a threatened space, wouldn't I? Get an attack of opportunity.
Yes,
Because
you
I can't
would.
go diagonally here
Yes.
because there's a corner there.
Right. You would pass through their attack space from here into here.
Well, I will ask Finis to please move and ready. Can I
Delay.
Just delay. I just delay after finish then. So I'll do that.
Okay. All right. So Finis right now is at 14. So I'm going to put you at 13.
All right, that works.
Okay.
Finish. Move.
All right. The rats are gonna go. So first of all, these rats go, and I'm going to reveal part of the room again as you guys move forward.
Well,
All right.
my.
When you move there, you see as you kind of walk around the corner, somebody walks from that darkened space and looks over. It's kind of a half man, half rat thing. And it looks over and it goes, kind of, what are you doing here? With that, the rats are going to attack. Are going to maintain their current attack on whoever
Who said that?
this
Can't
is.
see him. He's around the corner.
The rats will.
Emo just goes, Rat Man.
Whoa, dude, check out that rat.
He's gonna.
Like a dude.
Hemo's getting ready to just rush that guy.
It's like a rat.
Right. All right. You get to that position. That rat guy. He looks over and he's very annoyed by what you guys are doing.
Yeah, we're
Essentially.
killing his babies.
Right. He's like, what's going on with you guys? Stop
What are you
that.
doing?
The baby.
Why don't you stop doing that right
Get
now?
in my belly.
This would be a good time to sling some of those insults. Tell him how crappy his big babies are downstairs.
Were
downstairs.
All right.
Insults away.
All right. He's gonna run forward because he's not very happy with what's going on, and he's going to move. If I can get to the right level here, he's going to move to here. Who is right in front of me?
Finish.
Finis is going to
One
get
that I
attacked.
asked to move.
He's going to try to bite you.
Finish raises his shield up.
Ooh. My attack rolls have not been that great today. So you guys are getting the advantage of that. So my attack for bite with a bonus, he hit armor class 10, so he did not hit. All right, that is done. It is now Flanders' turn.
Okay, I'm going to disengage and take a step back here. Go Hemo, suck him, and I'll do vicious mockery on this guy.
Ah.
So you're not disengaging because that disengage is an action.
Oh, yeah. He's just backing up.
So you're backing up.
Okay,
So
I'm backing
which,
up. Yep.
Which means that they're going to get an attack of opportunity on you, I believe,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
So yeah,
I don't know,
perfect.
is it? Do they still have the 5-foot rule?
I don't think they have a 5-foot step anymore. I'm pretty sure.
No,
I
I don't think they do. No.
So so the rats are going to try to bite you. Oh, and I believe the rats may have hit you. Let me double check. The swarm of rats. They're going to hit armor class 14.
That doesn't hit.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad you made it. All right. Then the other creature is going to try to bite you. Ooh, I rolled a pretty good bite there. That +4 is going to be 21.
That will hit.
Okay. You're going to take. Ooh, max damage. You're going to take 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
All right. And give me a constitution roll, please.
Okay. Is it a check or a save?
That's a save. Constitution save.
Okay. I think I did okay.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Perfect. Good to hear. All right. Now you did that. Now you move that. And what are you going to cast?
Do vicious mockery on the big guy there.
Perfect. Give me what my saving throw is for that.
Okay.
Is it a save?
It's a wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you just have a spell save that I have to make against your wisdom? Isn't that how it works?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Don't you just have it's just gonna, it's like
Okay, well, it's,
10 plus your proficiency bonus
14
plus
is
the spell
his.
Okay.
level, right?
okay then, yeah.
So
8 plus
it-
proficiency plus spellcasting modifier.
perfect. So your proficiency is 2, which is 10. And then what is your wisdom?
My wisdom
Is it wisdom
is,
that bards use? Or is it charisma?
it's charisma.
Okay. What is your charisma bonus? I'm sorry.
It's +4.
Okay. So it'd be 14.
Okay, so
That makes sense.
So he's got to beat a 14.
All right, he does make it. So how much damage do you do to him?
I think he
takes half.
Wisdom saving throw or take. He must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage. So it sounds like if he makes the save, he's unaffected.
Okay. You try to use some psychic waves at his forehead, and but it's his rat-like creature just doesn't. He just looks at you with his beady red eyes. He's like, "Yeah, get out of my house." All right. That was that Flander? Who was just went?
Flander.
That was Flander. Yep.
All right. That brings us to Hemo.
Hemo's gonna push past Flander. Be like,
All right.
"Are you okay? All right. I'll get him." And I'm going to make a couple
I need
of
to move your
scimitar
guy for a
attacks.
second. Okay. I just had to check something. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a couple scimitar attacks, and I'm like, "Get your rats out of my basement!"
And you're attacking them at the
I'm swinging at the
rat
bigger
man?
the rat man,
Okay.
not the massive rats.
Okay. Go ahead and give that rat man attack.
My first attack was a 12
All right.
to hit.
His armor class is exactly that. So you do hit him.
4 points of slashing damage, not great.
Okay.
But here comes the other scimitar, 22 to hit,
All right.
and 6 points of slashing.
And 6 points. All right. You kind of. All right. So hold on. You feel that when you hit with these weapons, they are not doing much damage at all.
That's
Hitting
okay.
the Ratman?
That's why I have 2.
Yeah.
You're hitting the Ratman or the
Yeah. He's hitting the rat man.
And it's still
yeah.
not doing very much damage. to
Yeah.
him?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, and this is not the same as what would be considered like a werewolf creature. He's just a hybrid creature. So werewolf creatures are actually have a lot more immunities. So
Yeah, I was like werewolf at first level.
Yeah.
Rat.
no, this is a hybrid creature. So
That is good.
yeah. In fact, I believe werewolves are actually almost take no damage unless they're silver weapons, and they have a bunch of challenges that are difficult. All right, cool. So you're hitting them, but you don't think your weapons similar to the swarm. You think that their weapons are you think he's resistant to your weapon damage. So that was Hemo. Perfect.
Yep.
That brings us to Finis.
Finis's eyes start to glow and he reaches out and casts Inflict Wounds, but it won't work apparently. Make a melee spell attack. So what's that?
Do I get a saving throw or just hit?
Let's see.
The melee attack, so I think he would target the AC then, right?
Yeah. You have to touch him?
Yeah, what's
Ranges touch.
All right. So go ahead and go and attack him.
what's a melee spell attack? Is that just my spell modifier or
I vaguely remember from 3.5 that you just do like
It's different.
An unarmed attack.
Let's look it up real quick.
oh here we go. Boom, 17.
All right, so you just gotta do a spell attack and hit his armor class. Okay, great. That will hit him. How much damage do you do to him?
12.
And what
Points
kind of
damage.
is this like? What kind of damage is this?
Necrotic damage, it says.
12.
Necrotic.
Yeah, that does it. That it doesn't like that at all.
I don't know who would.
Well, the Necrons.
I suppose.
All
I
right.
hope there's no Necrons down here.
The Necrons. All right, this rat man has been hurt. He's like, get out of my house.
Your rats were infesting the neighbors' houses.
All right.
It's funny you should ask that.
All right, that is Finis. That brings us to Gashar, who's been now reset in their turn order.
Does tumbling through an opponent work the same way as it did in the old school rules? Basically, I want to get around behind. I was going to tumble, kind of go around.
We looked up tumble for our other 5e game. I believe it's an acrobatics contest.
Got it.
All right. Even if it's a swarm, would I get an advantage because they're smaller and lower to the ground?
No.
All right. Well, my goal was to run over here and run over here and then run over here. So I think I'd be leaving both of their threatened spaces, the rat man and the swarm.
All right, so they're going to take attacks on you.
So I'm going to try to do acrobatics to get out of their way.
Combat options tumble. A creature can try to tumble through hostile creature space, ducking and weaving past the opponent. As an action or a bonus action, the tumbler makes a dexterity acrobatics check contested by the hostile creature's dexterity acrobatics check.
Perfect. So you can do
If
that
the
to one
tumbler
creature.
wins, you can move through it.
Oh, I can only do one.
Yeah, and it becomes a contest, an athletics contest, right?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Thanks for clarifying.
Well, maybe I can't do that then.
Yeah. Not this game. I've noticed that 5, they've kind of toned a lot of things down. And remember in 3.5 when we were in Pathfinder, we were doing these crazy tumbling things and running through stuff. And
How tall is the ceiling here?
I didn't write it down, so I'll say 10 feet.
Okay. And then what is to my right here? Then is that
That is as a wall.
there's a wall there?
Yeah, it goes to the ceiling. You can see through it. It's like got loose slats, and you can see the light coming through.
Okay. So this corner right here, I could attack him, but I'd be at a disadvantage. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, disadvantage.
Well, let's try that. I guess I've still got I've got my quarterstaff. So we'll do a two-handed attack. Maybe I can just stab right through
Boom.
the opening there.
Right through the nads. He has rat nads.
Oh man. I hope they hurt. Oh, I forgot to hit the little disadvantage button. Hold on a second.
No, it's okay.
Disadvantage, two-handed, and maybe I'll roll better. No, I roll worse.
Oh no.
5.
All right, your disadvantage hitting a 5 misses. So the rat man
You barely had to dodge. I probably
Yeah.
hit the corner of it anyways.
yeah. That's fine. Okay.
The other roll is a 21 though. So,
That's too bad. That disadvantage sometimes is terrible, but oh well. All right, that was Gashar. That brings us to Waif.
All right. As a bonus action, my hex that I've been concentrating on, I blow it at him like a kiss.
All right.
A dark kiss. So he is now hexed. And I shall cast Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Did you lose your stealth?
Yes, I am no longer still.
All right. When you do that, I have an action that's something that's going to interrupt that. So the moment you do that, let me bring it into and reveal.
What?
It's the Heidi stabby guy that got me in the neck.
All right. When you do bring it up and you kind of move forward to cast a spell, because you blew the hex and you're going to go to cast a spell, this creature, which has been standing back there for two rounds, reaches over with its tail. What you see is a spindly, almost demonic creature with 2 little tiny bat-like wings, and it's got a little tail, and the tail looks like that of almost like a scorpion. And as soon as you cast your spell, this thing goes and snaps at you. I don't know if he hits you yet. We're going to find out. So he's going to make his attack on you. And I rolled against a 13.
That is enough.
All right. And I need you to make a constitution save, please. He's going to do max damage. He does 7. Are you still up?
Yes.
It nabs you. Literally goes so far that it has to as a kind of fly away to pull it out. And when he does, a little bit of ichor of green glue is left behind, and part of your blood spurts out. That thing went all the way in.
Yeah, it did. Where are saving throws on this sheet?
I think you just click on Constitution, and it does the save.
Saving throws are just above your skills.
Ooh. What'd you get?
Above skills? Where's the skills?
No, you did it right. If you clicked on Constitution just now, because you save on any of your 6 scores, right?
Well,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
that window underneath your proficiency bonus for your saving throws, and if you have
did
it
it right.
checked,
What'd
you
you
get
roll?
bonuses.
Did you do a Constitution save?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what'd you
Failed.
roll?
3.
3. Oh, all right. What do you have left for hit points?
2.
Oh, this is not going to be good for you. This is not going to be good for you at all. Okay, what's the death and dying rules for this game? Remind me. Is this the one where you get 3 saves?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So you're going to go to 0 hit points. And you see that your warlock just drops. This thing hits you. You go, and then the bubbling, oozy green stuff kind of starts burning. You're like, you kind of just collapse.
We hear a collapse behind us. Sort of a small one.
Yeah, this little imp just goes.
That's the one that got me. Waif, are you okay? Oh. I don't think Waif is okay.
Waif is not okay.
All right. So Waif gets hit by the interrupt of this character that was waiting its turn to attack. That brings us to the Rat Man and the Swarm. All right. The Swarm is going to attack Hemo. Ooh, the Swarm is going to do damage to Hemo.
Oh boy.
The Swarm is going to do 3 points of damage to you. Are you still up?
I am.
Good. And then the Rat Man, who looks a little bit dinged up right now. He's not he's kind of, you can kind of see he's kind of like bleeding out a little bit. He's not looking great. He's going to go and try to bite at whoever this is in front of me.
Finis. Bring it.
All right. I rolled 10 and I think I have a +4. Let me double check. I do have a +4. So I rolled a 14 for a bite.
My AC is 18.
Missed you. Great. All right, cool. Oh, and he actually gets, he has similar to what you have because he has multi-attack. So he has a short sword attack too. But he's going to miss that. He was really reaching for that bite. And at the end, he decided to jab at you. It didn't do much though. All right. That brings us to Flander. Flander, what are you going to do? You got this Rat Man, you got the swarm of rats, and you got this weird floaty bat-like thing flying back there.
I am going to take a swipe at the weird floaty bat thing there.
All right, please do.
Okay.
What are you going to hit him with?
Longsword.
Great.
I presume a 20 hits.
It does, yeah.
Yep, for 4 points of damage.
All right. You think that once again, similar to the other things, this creature also has some kind of a resistance to your physical attacks. Kind of like a little hardier. Like you hit the thing, it kind of hits it, and he goes, he kind of flips you off. All right. That brings us to Hemo. Hemo, you've had this rat creature, and you had that swarm kind of in front of you, and you see that little creature back there, which evil wizards sometimes will use as minions. But you don't think that this guy is an evil wizard. You don't think this rat man thing is an evil wizard. He's not casting spells or anything at you.
Does he seem like he's, I don't know, genuinely surprised we're here?
Yeah. He was shocked that you even came in, and so he walked around the corner and he's like, "What are you doing in my house?" And you guys are up there attacking him, and then out of nowhere, a couple rounds later, this impish sort of thing just kind of stabs Waif right in the neck, and then she drops. Did massive amounts of damage to it. Pretty much the maximum damage I could do to her. What are you going to do?
I think I'm going to try to swap sides in this fight here. I think I'm going to take my action to disengage.
Okay.
I should.
Are you going to side? Are you going to side with the imp and the rat man and start attacking everyone else?
No. I'm going to try to spin around and attack the imp instead, since Waif just went down. So I'm going to also take my second wind with a bonus action. And that's 1d10 plus
But
my
didn't
fighter
you already
level.
take the second wind already last time?
Did I?
I'm pretty sure you did.
How many do you get per short rest?
Just one, I believe, right?
Yeah, it is just one. I thought I went down and was.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
hit
100%
you with
sure.
really bad cure wounds.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure you used your second wind already.
All right. I am still going to try to disengage and move over to engage the imp instead.
All right, you do that, and you kind of challenge the imp. So the imp looks at you, and the imp kind of, as you step forward to attack, the imp just kind of, his wings start batting around, and his tail is flipping back here, and it's going.
I'm not looking great, but I put my swords up at it.
Perfect. All right. With that goes that was Hemo. That brings us to Finis.
So Finis has a feature called Reaper, and it's a first level Death Domain cleric.
Yes.
I get a necromancy cantrip, and it can target 2 creatures within 5 feet of each other.
Nice.
So I cast Chill Touch. 13. Do you want me to roll 2 times or
No,
just 13 for both?
Is that the damage you do?
That's the to hit.
Oh, then you would do two different hits, I would guess. So it's two creatures, yes.
So 13 and 21.
And so you can choose which one of 13 is, since we didn't specify.
I'm going to do 21 on the big guy and 13 to the small guy.
That's fair.
Finis is reaching to try to like freeze the big guy, and then the cold is just kind of falling over and affecting the rats as well.
Sure. They both get affected. So what happens?
3 points of necrotic damage each.
Nice. Yeah. That they both are looking kind of shaky here. Yeah, that rat guy says he kind of feels the chill. He's like,
Doesn't Chill Touch have an additional effect?
Is it?
Oh, the hand stays on them and stops them from being able to do something. I think it stops them from being able to regain hit points.
chill touch.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We can take a look.
Yeah.
Quick at it.
Can't regain hit points
Woo.
until the start of the caster's next turn.
Oh, it has additional benefits if they're undead because it stops them from being able to. They get disadvantage, I believe. That's what it says. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. All right, cool. All right, so you chill touched them, and they both got affected. They're not happy right now. All right, that brings us to who just went? Finish. Finis just went. Gashar, it's your turn.
All right, attacking through this corner isn't great, but he just saw a waif fall down, and he's going to also turn around, turn just 5 feet over there and take a full attack.
Because it's a hard corner that rat man does not attack you.
Right.
So go ahead and step forward and smack that.
So no more disadvantage. How do you do it? Can you do 2 attacks? I forget how that works.
You have an offhand attack you can do if you have a skill in it. So like the fighters have the ability to do it. I think you can do an offhand attack even without it, but I don't think you get
but they both have to be light.
Do the one this
When you
round.
make an attack with a light weapon, you can use your bonus attack to make another. You can use your bonus action to make another attack with a light weapon in your other hand.
But I believe you don't get to add your strength or your proficiency modifier.
No, you do get to add your proficiency.
Okay.
You just don't get your ability modifier to your damage unless you have 2-weapon fighting.
Got it.
Which I do.
Cool.
Was
Nice.
12 enough to hit?
Yes.
Flying creature.
Yes.
Excellent. 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. You hit this thing. And again, it's resistant to your damage, but you hit it. And it kind of falls back into the space between the 2 windows and kind of grabs at the windows, and you can kind of see it struggling. It grabs kind of at the wall.
Was for the first attack on my neck.
All right, cool. That was awesome. That was Gashar. That brings us to Waif, who is unfortunately down now. But now you get a save, right?
Failed.
Ooh.
You fail? Okay. All right. That brings us to my turn. All right. The
Don't worry, my next time I'll hit it. I'll say that was for killing Waif.
You're a monk though, so you're gonna have to have a lot of reasons for a lot of multiple hits.
Yep, it's fine. I'll keep working on them ahead of time.
all right, these rats just run forward because that's what they do. This creature is going to
Tell us
yeah.
to leave again.
well, he's going to yell, "Get out of my house!" And he's going to just snap and bite at the person in front of him. Oh, terribly missed. And I forget he gets a short sword as well. And that doesn't, that rolls an 11. So I'm assuming that missed. The rats, on the other hand, run forward and are blasting at this dude right here, whoever that is.
Flander.
It hit a 19. Flander, you're going to be
That
hit.
will hit. Yeah, that will hit.
The rats gnaw at your ankles for 3 damage. They start crawling up.
What size is that rat swarm?
I believe they're still considered small. I will double check.
And I go down.
No.
No. Perfect.
Cool.
Thank you.
Medium swarm of rats. All right. So it runs forward, and all of a sudden you see Finis. Is that how it went down?
It was a Flander.
Flanders. All right. Cool. Flanders rolls over. These rats are just like crawling over him. All right. That brings us to, and the imp. The imp disappears.
Oh no.
Yeah, it just goes, it kind of spins itself, it goes and just vanishes.
Bastard.
All right, that brings us to Flander, who is down, unfortunately. That brings us to Hemo.
Should we roll a save?
Oh, Flander, please roll your first of hopefully 3 saves in a row to stabilize yourself.
Nice. Oh,
That's
natural
1.
20.
Woo! I believe
that
that brings
counts
you
as-
up, and you
That
get
means
one
you
hit
get
point,
back
right?
up with 1 HP.
Okay.
Woo!
No more skull and crossbones on you, sir.
Way to go.
Those rats,
Okay.
though, they literally were on you when you fell down. So
They're technically next to him, not in the space. I'm just being dramatic, but yeah.
I'm being
They-
dramatic. They're all over you right now. They're on your ankles, but you fell into the swarm.
I'm pretty sure swarms can exist in the same space as larger creatures.
Yeah, like a teenager teenagers on a pop idol. You're just gonna swarm over and
Okay.
swarm.
And can
It
I do
does say that
anything
actually.
then?
The swarm can occupy another creature's space and vice versa.
They can, but right
You
now
are
they're
next
not.
to them,
Yeah, they can do that, but they're technically not. I would move them into the space. All right, cool.
I think so.
Do
I
you
don't
get an
think
action
the-
for getting back up?
I don't think the death save counts as an action.
I would think that you get a turn. Go.
I think we did last
Okay.
time.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
That sounds smart. I like this. Yes.
All right. And there's no more attacks opportunity for casting spells unless they're attack spells, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. I
So
can
that
never remember
means-
the rules.
They're ranged, I think.
So I get another 2 hit points.
Nice. Heal yourself back up.
Mhm.
Way to save yourself. That was Flander who's back up. Congratulations. Hemo, it is your turn. This rat man seems determined to get you out of his house.
Well, I was considering something silly, but the party member I was gonna try to pick up is back up. So, what are these windows made out of?
Glass.
Can't.
So you might not want to throw stones.
I mean, this is gonna be silly, but can I smash a window and jump out?
Yeah.
We're at ground level, aren't we?
Do you think I could?
It'll require an athletic check of 10 to smash the window.
Do it.
All right, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Run away. Run away.
And you can determine how you smash it, but if you're able to do it.
Can I pick up waif?
Well, smashing the window is an action.
Yeah,
and picking up waif would be your move then. I'm not sure if picking up something is considered a move action, but I'll just allow it in this case.
I don't know, because my thought is pick up waif and dive through this window.
Yeah, you can do that. You can pick up wave and then just kind of plunge yourself through the window. And if you roll me a athletics check of 10 or more, you'll be able to launch yourself into the window and smash it.
Do you have actual horns on your head?
Here comes an athletics.
Use Waif's head to smash the window. She's got
Waif is unconscious. I'm trying to get out of this
horns,
She's got a
corner.
horn, just kind of.
It's a small point, which would make it a lot easier to smash the window.
It's just like a police battering ram.
Yeah, the added benefit of she'd be out of the window when you were done with the action.
Sorry.
So you're gonna roll the athletics or what?
Through. I got a 21 athletics.
All right. You grab
With
wave
advantage,
and kind of take your shoulder and smash. Which window did you jump out of?
I'm gonna say this top one, the one closest to wave.
The right one?
Sure. So you go ahead and pick yourself up and
Do they end up in the tunnel?
no, they're just outside, but I'll put wave outside and you can, are you able to see? I'll make it a visible
kind of, sort of.
area. Yeah, I will reveal that area
All
here.
right, we're out of the house now. Is that better?
So now you can see yourself. Yes.
Good
You're
choice.
not really next to this is the first floor of the house. So you're not really next to that tunnel. You're outside now.
Yeah, it's fair. Kishar sees that and looks back and says, all right, we are out of the house. Is that better?
We're in like an upper crust neighborhood.
Yeah. In
Right.
fact, you land right next to two oxen.
We parked the cart here.
Yeah, you literally your oxen are kind of like landing. You kind of fall around, and the oxen's eating some grass.
Actually, Hemo just like remarks that, like
Looks over.
We left
looks
the cart
over at you.
here.
Its big snout gets in your face and goes back to eating. Just checking to see if you're edible or not.
All right.
All right. So
that's
that
my
was
turn.
Hemo. It brings us to Finis.
He's gonna go with the chill touch again.
All right.
Just gonna drive it home. 7 on the first one. Oh my god, a natural 1 on the next.
So you hit a 7.
A 7 and a 6.
Yeah, their armor classes are better than 10. So you try to chill touch them, and you're not able to do that. That was Finis. That brings us this rat guy, Grishar. It is now your turn.
I'll take a step over to the swarm and try to attack the swarm as well.
All right.
Use my quarterstaff once again and smash the floor a bunch of times and probably miss every single time because I got a 9.
Oh no. Yeah, that swarm's pretty vicious. This is a vicious fight. So, all right, that brings us to Gashar fighting for his life. Brings us and Waif. This is your second round.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's
Did
okay.
you roll a death? You did fail the first one, right?
The first one.
Oh,
the second one.
Oh no. Oh,
Do you have anything to heal her with outside?
does somebody have a thing?
I am literally going to be just attempting to stabilize her with
This
a
is
medicine
cool.
check.
Yeah. All right, that was
I do not have
Waif,
potions.
and then the rat guy is going to make an attack. And he's going to bite at, I believe it's Finis. Is that Finis here, right? This good looking gent right here.
Yes.
I have to make sure I'm on the right map.
Purple guy?
Yeah.
Yes. Finish.
Yeah. Once again, it's not letting me do that because roll 20 is awful. Now.
Oh, Keshar does say, Finis, take a step back. We will form a line.
A line.
He's going to, and the rat swarm is going to try to, since you're laying on the ground there, Finis, it's Finis who's laying on the ground. That's Graham.
Flander.
Flander. All right. Flander. Oh, he's gonna hit you on. He's gonna hit that rat thing's gonna hit you again.
No.
It's gonna hit you for 3 points of damage. Are you still up?
I go down again.
That's exactly. You had exactly 3, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what happens when you hit 0? Is it just unconscious, or do you like?
No, 0.
Staggered.
I believe 0, and it's just 0 hit points is 0 hit points.
Yeah,
They don't have the negative hit point thing now, where you can.
Gotcha.
Which I
Simpler.
yeah. Remember in the 3-0 game where that one barbarian was raging, and you get to like negative. Chardalon was attacking him, and he was like negative 240 hit points, and then I was casting heal on him, and it was ridiculous. And then I was casting heal. We were like all 17th or 18th level. That was crazy.
Basically, it was the Black Knight, right?
Yeah.
It's a flesh wound.
It was kind of nuts. This
As
game
long as you
makes
get his head back on in time.
nice.
Pretty much.
All right, okay. Okay, I'm done. That brings us to Flander.
I make another check.
Make your first check. You reset.
Mhm. Yep.
All right, more natural 20s.
That's Constitution.
Natural 20.
No, I got a 4.
That's one failure.
Oh, you missed one.
Mhm.
Darn it.
How come yours say death save and his say Constitution save?
Yeah, is there a
Um,
special death save button?
There is a
Yeah.
death save button.
Oh, that-
Ooh,
Right on your death.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It has the death.
That's
save
an
down
instant
here.
death, Nate. Nate just dies.
That's not an instant death. That's 2 strikes.
Who rolled a 1?
That was me. I was testing the button.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't panic. This is
Do
okay.
not
So
die.
that was Finnis, right? Who just went? I forget where we're at. Who just went?
Flander.
Flander.
Oh.
Thank you, Sheepers. All right, that is Hero. Hemo, your turn. What do you got?
Stabilizing a creature. You can use your action to administer first aid to an unconscious creature. Attempt to stabilize it. It's a DC 10 medicine check.
Perfect.
I have a -1 wisdom.
Come on,
Mm.
come on, 11 or higher.
No,
You didn't roll a 1 or anything, right?
no, it's a
Literally
5.
stabbing her.
Will this help?
I hear if you puncture a lung, it'll let the air out.
If you remove some of the bad blood,
we got to relieve. We got to get the black ichor out of the lungs, stabbing them.
Oh no!
This worked, I swear. All right, that's Hemo. That brings us to Finnis.
Finnis is hypersensitive to when death is near, so
Yeah.
he turns and runs, and can he poke his head out the window and cast Spare the Dying, or does he have to jump all the way
It's
out?
open
There
right
is
now.
no more
I
window.
say that is it a touch spell or what is it?
I think it's touch. Let me see.
I'll say in this case you can do it. You're on the ground floor. The window's right there. That's fine.
Okay.
This isn't a split level, is it?
Yeah, no, it's a couple steps. I'm gonna say you're kind of really hanging out. You're kind of like hanging on to the
Tempo's
edge.
doing CPR.
Mm.
Finnis comes out. He stares at Waif, and he goes, "It is not your time," and you just stabilize.
Nice.
Hemo mid CPR goes, "Oh, you can do
He'll
that?"
also take this attacks of opportunity
Oh, okay.
against him. Yeah.
Hey, if he doesn't remember to do them, they don't have
Okay. Yeah, don't remind me, but thanks for reminding me, even though they did both miss you. All right, you run over there and attack. All right, you reach over and Waif is revived.
Well,
stable.
Yeah, stable anyway, at least not dying. All right, thanks for saving Waif. That's Finnis. That brings us to Gashar.
Hmm.
What are you gonna do?
He looks
With
at the
your
rat
monk-like.
person, to the rat person who says, "I believe we are leaving now. We will leave out the window. Will you spare us?
He's like, why did you break my window?
You and
Why'd you
rats and
kill
fake
Waif?
house."
Hemo says from outside.
With that, so Flander is dying on the floor right now, right? As well.
Yeah.
So Gashar will say that, and then he'll try to grab Flander and also go out the same window.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. You grab Flander, and I will move Flander out to help out. You're gonna jump out the window too. You can put yourself in like any of the spaces that's out there.
All right. I'm tempted to actually stop there and sort of push him out the window. Right.
Sure. You can kind of like throw
Because
what?
I said, "Tell him we're leaving."
Yeah.
And I grab it. I grab Flander, hand him out the window.
Yeah, just hand him to Hemo.
Yeah, and I'm guessing you like set him down nicely, maybe, and then I'll leave next. We will leave.
Okay. You say that. All right. That was Grishar. That brings us to Waif, who is stable, and that brings us to the Rat Man. And he takes just a step forward, and he says, "Do not come back to my house." You can see he's been cut up bad. He's looking like, and there's like three little rat guys, the little clusters, like three little guys, like little rats are there. And he reaches over and puts his hand, and one little rat runs into his palm. He looks down at it.
You should know your rats did attack the neighbors.
What? Why did you not tell me this? And why did you not knock on my door?
Your creature attacked me before I had a chance to knock.
Impala. Is that what you mean? The little imp?
Yes. He looks around the room.
I am serving her master. I am raising rats for her.
Perhaps instruct them not to attack children.
Sometimes my pets have a mind of their own.
Children would as well.
They would do well to leave the rats alone.
They were in the neighbor's basement.
What?
You investigate. You will see.
Why did you not tell me this? Why did you attack?
Before we knocked on the door.
This rat guy seems very upset that you didn't start talking to him.
I have a pretty good defense. So he's sticking with it.
Yeah. Of course, that imp is probably pretty vile. And just,
I would assume so.
Yeah.
He's probably like, this is going to be great.
Yeah. The imp is like trying to push this thing to be a
it worked.
Yeah. All right. This rat guy sort of stops and he just sort of holds his ground and he's going to let you leave. And just as you do so, that little imp character appears behind the rat guy. As you guys are climbing out of the house, you see that little imp guy, that rat guy, little imp just goes, stabs the imp, hits the rat guy, and the rat guy drops. And the imp just goes and vanishes.
What?
Whoa.
But I thought that was the but who was the imp? Emo is confused.
The other three little rats just kind of run and skitter away.
Sure, just going to watch the room now, looking for this imp. In
Right.
fact, he's going to.
Yeah, can I try to spot him?
From as he's doing so too, in case it tries to come at him.
Yeah, you're kind of defensive for a moment.
Yep.
Yeah, so this imp appears for a second, and just stabs the neck of this rat guy. The rat guy just drops, and then the imp just goes and vanishes, possibly setting up a future scenario. You never know.
Well, Finis, do we exit? Do we leave?
Can I chuck a
Possibly foreshadowing for something that's going to happen in the future. You never know.
Can I chuck a handful of dirt through the window?
You can do whatever you want. There's nobody in the house. There's nobody in the house right now.
Well, there could be an imp. It could be hidden.
There could be an invisible imp.
Yeah, it stabs you in the neck. It's nasty.
Yeah, everybody cover your neck.
Yeah.
Finis will hop out and cast Spare the Dying again on Flander, so he's not.
I guess I'll be the last one out, and he'll keep watching the doorway or the window way.
Yeah. All right, you guys all clamor. You're kind of sliding between the slot of this giant ox that's just sitting there. You're kind of like rubbing against it. You kind of push against it, but it's such a big animal and has such thick skin. It doesn't even care. It just keeps eating.
We gotta go. Get
So
in
is
the
there no
cart.
longer, it's just fighters that get the second wind?
As far as I know. Yeah, it's not like in 4th edition where everyone had like a recovery point. Yeah. Okay, what are you guys gonna do? You guys are pretty banged up.
I'm not doing
Pull
anything.
the unconscious into the cart and smack the
Tend to
oxen to
them
get
as
out of here.
we go tell
Yes, we must
the
go back.
neighbors what happened.
Right,
I guess
you're gonna go
original
back and
people.
you're gonna go back and talk to
Malcolm.
Malcolm. All right. Malcolm's like,
Well,
what?
Go back up to the front door and knock.
Yeah, he opens the door and he's like, what happened? Why are you out there? You came in through my basement.
Your basement.
Emo comes in carrying Well, Waif is lighter.
Yeah,
Hemo comes in carrying Waif
He'll let you in the door. He'll let you in the door.
and says, shut the door, shut the door. There's the bat guys.
Who else is unconscious? Finis? No. Flander?
Is Flander still at 0? Flander did not receive any healing, just to spare the dying, right?
Yeah. So they're both stable but unconscious, right? So we're basically come back 3 of us carrying 2.
Yeah.
And we
Can I
go
roll
back
to
and-
see if I noticed those 2 vials that Waif snagged?
She did put them in. You said you put it in your top, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 2 vials.
Yeah.
All right. So they're stable in a location.
Hemo's carrying Waif.
Right. Not just in a pocket. That was my point.
All right. So you lay down, Waif. They have like a long couch, a reddish couch. It's kind of a nice couch you lay her on. Is there anybody else who's out? I think it's just Waif.
Flander is out as well, right?
Flander.
So
All right, that's right.
Flander in a small chair.
Flander gets stuck in a chair. Boom. Just laying there.
Gets his head up so it looks like he's.
Malcolm brings some wine out and starts serving everybody and asks what happened. I'm assuming you're going to show him the hole and everything in the basement.
Yes, absolutely.
He greatly appreciates that you told him that, and he's quite concerned. He almost wants to grab like almost like a pick or a staff and kind of go down there, and you guys kind of stop him.
No,
Like, hey,
do not go down there. There is. I don't believe the rat person is a threat anymore. He was working with an imp of some sort who ended up killing him at the end of our conflict. This is very unusual.
The imp was working. I know what an imp is. I'm not foolish. This imp was working with this rat man that he killed.
Apparently, there was many rats. Some gestures about how big they are.
Yeah, he says we need to bring the constables in at once. We need to discover what was going on with that house. He thanks you. He's going to help you however you want. What do you want to do with being? Are you going to stay in his house for the
Do you have
day?
anything that can help to recover these 2?
He doesn't have anything, although he can give long-term care.
So a short rest is a period of downtime, at
Yeah.
least 1 hour long. So if
Yeah.
you spend an hour, a character can spend 1 or more hit dice. I don't know what that means.
It's one. So whatever hit dice you are. So if you're a 9th level character, you get 9 hit dice, and anytime you can use one up to 9 of them, right? But I believe
During a
every
short
rest you get half of those
So
back.
it's kind of like action points.
Kind of, yeah. So it's like that surge you were talking about. So you take the 1 hour rest, and because you're 1 level character, you have 1 hit dice.
Oh, there's this field for it in here. It says
Yeah.
hit dice in total.
Yeah, and I believe on a long rest you receive like half of them, so many back. You have to receive.
So you
A long rest, you regain.
A long rest is all of your hit points and all of your
But-
spell slots.
But I'm talking about your pool of dice,
The hit dice back.
hit dice. I don't think you get
oh,
them all
yeah.
back. I'm not 100% sure.
Yep, half of them.
Half of them back.
So,
So
what can you do with the short rest? Were you saying
I
you
can spend 1 hit dice and
get your
basically
get
come
back
conscious.
up. Perfect.
How many hit points do you get back?
What he will-
D8 plus
His
my con, which
So
is
got it.
I'm
1.
gonna
And
click
so-
line to see what happens. I'm not spending it, but
And
yeah, so, yeah.
Finis could do that too.
So
I did because I was down 5.
So I got 5 hit points.
Perfect.
There you go.
So you all rest for an hour here. He helps you. Malcolm helps you recover. That imp never comes back.
Good.
He runs after an hour, and he sees you're all kind of getting better. He runs out to try to find the local constable to the sheriff's. He's going to try to tell them what's going on. His wife is there in the house with his 2 kids, and they'll help you a little bit, but
I'll
they're not
ask
going
if
to do
we
that.
can stay here overnight. We were planning on leaving to catch up with Gundren, but as you can see, we need to recover.
I mean, they agree that you can stay there for the night. They feel awful about what happened, and they're so grateful that you took care of it. That this imp creature could have been, who knows, that imp creature could have stabbed them in the neck or killed them or done something terrible.
I show them where
I
it
feel
stabbed me.
worse.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So they shower you with whatever food and drink you want. They're trying to help you, and you're able to stay here. They meet with the constables, and they get the sheriff,
We'll
and
show
they
them the tunnels and everything.
eventually break the door in of the house, and they look around. They come back and tell you that this creature, whatever this thing was, they find the body. It's there. when it dies, it doesn't transform. You don't think it's a were creature or anything. You just think it's some kind of a genetically altered humanoid creature. So it's kind of a rat humanoid creature. And it was
it his
raised
house though?
What's that?
Was that his house though?
Well, it was being rented, and they want to investigate who it is. Clearly, it's been half a day, and they don't know all the answers. So they're going to actually investigate, and they promise that they'll get back to Gungren and you to tell you what they find out.
Also, the tunnels should be sealed.
They agree. They clearly have some work to do. Clearly, it's not your mess to take care of. You were just checking on the rats in the basement. But they're going to take care of it. They're going to talk to Malcolm about what's going on. And if you ever want to know what's going on, you can feel free to go back and talk to Malcolm. All right, welcome back. Everybody has leveled themselves up to level 2. So we just completed a night's rest. Everybody's feeling hardy. You're in Malcolm's house. You've rejuvenated yourself. The constables have decided that they're going to do some investigating, and they have boarded up that house. They are going to continue looking into it. You're not under no obligation to stick around, of course. You'd already talked to Gundren about heading off to that little village. He's expecting you to bring some supplies, which you have already loaded into a wagon that has been sitting out in the back of this house overnight. The oxen are doing just fine. They're not doing anything. They're just chilling back there. They have some grass to eat. In the morning, I'm assuming you've fed them again some hardy specific animal feed that you had to go buy and whatever. So they're in great shape. You're able to now leave and head south. Anything else anybody wants to do here in Neverwinter, though, of course, you may choose to do that.
On the way on the cart ride out of Neverwinter, Hemo goes, "Oh shit, I forgot my axes. You know what? I gotta stop by a general store. I'm gonna buy 10 daggers. Oh, 10?
Your axes
5.
have been boarded up.
You're going to buy 5 daggers?
I'm going to try to find a place to buy 5 daggers.
No problem.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
blacksmith
shopping. There's a lot of shops and smithies around Neverwinter. You'll probably want to go more south because it's going to cost you less. You're in the more premium part of town right now. So
Premium throwing
Yeah.
dagger?
Yeah, on the way out. No, he doesn't want to.
Slightly rusted throwing daggers.
So you head out through the winding passing. You cross the giant river that spills out into the ocean, and your oxen do the slow roll out to the southern gates of Neverwinter. Just before you reach the edge, you find a person who is selling weapons out of somewhat of a cart, and for the most part, he has a fold-out cart, and you see he has daggers and small weapons of any type. So any small weapons he has available in this cart, and he's standing on a corner, and he's more like selling to adventurers who are leaving, and
perfect.
Not just to you, of course, but to anybody. Yeah, he sells that. He also has a whole plethora of sort of like packing supplies, like sacks and bags and rucksacks and things like that. Things that people on the trail would most likely need on their way out that they might have forgot.
Seems like a good spot for him.
He's also you can see him on the side, and as you get near, he's walking out. Remember, folks, the road is a dangerous place. Taking the road to the south, taking the road out, anything can happen there. You probably need a new dagger. You probably need a new short sword. You probably need a new axe. Blades will save your life when no one else will.
Do you have parchment and ink and a quill, perhaps?
You going to ask him?
Yeah.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, fine, sir. Those are great products, but those will not save your life. But this will. And he grabs himself a longsword and he presents it to you. He says, this is what you need for the road. Save your ink and quill for someone who can read. This is for the orc. This is for the goblin. This is for the fae.
Flander, I do have ink and quill if you need to borrow it.
You're not seriously about to say the pen is mightier than the sword, are you?
No, I wasn't going to go there, but if the road is such a dangerous place, somebody's going to need to write about it.
You can do
regale
art with
others
a sword.
with store. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But yes, if that sword is available, how much for the sword, my friend?
10 gold pieces.
All right. So my friend, this fine, broad, long sword will be yours for the mere beautiful price of this long sword will be just a mere 13 gold is yours. This sword comes complete with a sheath. It will go through your enemies. You can stab them.
Did you say longsword or
You can stab. It has a
Well,
point.
it's a beautiful broad longsword. This broad longsword will be yours for 13 gold, and you can use it to stab.
Is it a longsword? Or is it a short sword?
It's a longsword.
Is it any better than the one I've got?
Sir, this sword is better than all the swords you have. This one here has been touched by the graces of the angelic beings of the gods. It itself will bless you on the road. You take it out every morning and you hold it to the sun and you christen it with the kiss of the graces of the mystics, and it itself will guide you through the rest of your adventures. 13 gold.
Is it gold?
Hey, can I see that?
For 13 gold, sir, it is yours.
I think these are the same sword.
I'm on a sense motive.
I'm a sword guy. I don't think these are the same sword. I don't think this is a better sword. I'm just a swords guy. Is
There's
all.
no sense motive button.
I think it's insight.
If I'm just looking around, like Finis is just, while this haggling is going on, he's looking around the aisles. Is there like a couple of bags of ball bearings that he can grab?
There are no bags of ball bearings. What he has is this guy carries any non-martial simple weapon and a select number of martial weapons and a bunch of different types of sacks and rucksacks and carrying cases. That's what he has. And it's a cart. It's like, think of it mostly like a giant cart, and the sides open up and he has these weapons just hanging on the side, just as you exit or near the exit of Neverwinter. You guys have, and you guys, as on your way out, you notice him and he's just talking to you about it. No, you don't understand. Now, you may not like that long sword, my friend, but this fellow here, I can
Standing
tell.
there with his quarterstaff.
Yeah, this
leaning-
fellow here.
leaning on it.
This fellow here clearly will need a sword. Now, I understand you probably don't want the long sword. We have a shorter sword. It is also 13
I'd
gold.
show him my small knife that I have. It's just like for cooking, like if you're gonna have like a good, one to maybe skin a rabbit or
Croaky, that's not a knife.
Yeah. He puts it back. He
He
says,
pulls out a short sword. Oh, it's a knife. So
I have no need for that.
anyway, he tries desperately to sell you a short sword. Did you want to buy some daggers from him?
Do they glow?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy 5 of the best balanced daggers out of the ones he's got.
Oh, my friends, you have come to the right place. These daggers have traveled all of Faerun to reach you. The blessed divine entities of Faerun have glistened these weapons for you. You may have them for 3 gold apiece.
Emo's juggling them already. He's like, huh?
All right. Well, they're daggers.
They're daggers. Ooh, that's a little. He's upcharging a little bit.
I actually bought him. Emo was already juggling with him, and he's like, 3 gold? Yeah, sure. He hands over 15 gold. It's everything he has left.
Yeah. He's like, here's what I have left. I hope it's enough. All right. He takes the weapon. He takes the gold, and he's like,
How much of these 5 daggers are? I hope they're not any more than 15 gold total. That's exactly what they are. 15
yeah,
gold.
I happen to have 15 gold. Well, that's exactly how much it is. Anybody else want to buy something from this guy?
How do I
Is there any darts for a blowgun?
Darts for a blowgun? I'm gonna say yes, he does. That's a simple
small.
weapon, right? They're considered-
Look them up in the information tab, and then you can drag them over.
Double checking.
where do I drag them to?
Just your character's window.
Yeah, simple
Can't be
range weapon.
popped out.
Yeah, they're simple range weapons, so he does have them.
All right, 5 copper pieces is the normal price.
All
for
right.
them.
Well, my friends, all you need is and how many darts do you get for 5 copper?
1.
1. All right. He says, well, you may have them for a simple mere price of 13 copper per dart.
Does that mean that you'd be buying other folks' darts for, say, 10 copper pieces of dart? And he shows he's got 10 on him.
He looks and he goes, those are fantastic. Where did you get those? Probably from me for 13 copper a piece.
I don't think so. So
He's going to sell them to you for 13 copper if you wish.
I'm good.
Well, You can brag on your own time.
Those do look. Yeah, actually, I'll look at them. Do they look all right?
Yeah, they're good shape. You know, they're fine. You think he probably goes to the town and buys things on discount, puts them in his wagon, and goes to the front and sells them at a premium. Yeah.
The longsword was a little bit less. You said 13, and that one would go for 15 normally.
But you know, he's probably buying things for a cheaper anywhere he can find them. He doesn't make them, obviously. You don't think these don't look like they're crafted by a single
bunch of different styles.
Yeah, they're just like random weapons and things. And,
I mean, it's a perfect spot to be selling. Location.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I grab a simple flail out and then I hold up my light crossbow, which I don't really care for. And I say, "We do a trade, sir?"
What's the difference in price?
Flail simple?
Flail is
it's martial.
It's martial.
It's a martial weapon. Well, I think a flail will be fine. It's probably simple enough that he probably common enough that I have one. And that's 10 gold. And how much is the crossbow?
Looking.
It's a short crossbow, right? Small crossbow.
Light crossbow.
Yeah,
25.
So he will make that trade. He thinks it's fine trade.
It's fine by Finis.
All right, you now have a flail, and he has a crossbow. Are you going to give him the bolts too?
No.
For 13 copper pieces.
I'll keep the bolts.
All right, you have the bolts, and you have the bolts.
I do not give up my sword for his. I will just stick with my own sword.
Okay, fair enough. He thanks you. Best of luck, my friends. Be careful on the road. It is been most dangerous lately. All right. Anything else you're going to do in town before you head out to the wilds of the Sword Coast?
Now it's road trip time.
What time of day is it?
Road trip time.
It is early in the morning still. You're guessing after all the wandering through. It's been you're maybe looking at in current time, like 8 a.m. or earlier.
And yeah, Flander will just kind of go around. I was unconscious for last night and missed an opportunity for a gig.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
That's what you're worried about? You're like,
hey, gigs are gold, man.
That's great. All right. So as you leave the sheltered area of Neverwinter, the Sword Coast reveals itself. You wander out into the wilds, and quickly, what is a well-paved, well-preserved road devolves into the wilds of the high road. Now, Neverwinter itself was once a great city, along with much of the Sword Coast, but unfortunately, not too long ago, Mount Hotnow exploded, and when it did, it covered Neverwinter in flames, along with Luskin and a bunch of the surrounding area. And when that happened, people from Neverwinter fled from the scene. They say that a fire god or fire elemental exploded from there and caused a whole bunch of devastation through most of the land. That was some 50 years ago. Now Neverwinter is recovering as much as they can, as well as some of the surrounding area, but the farms and some of the people have not returned. So as you're traveling south along Neverwinter, you see many abandoned or old farms. They've been overgrown for many years. What was once well-tilled, turned earth is now just a bumpy mess of fields, and you can kind of see almost the rolling grasses where farms once were. All right. Anything else you're going to do now before you begin the long road? You have a map that was given to you that is supposedly going to lead you to the great Phandelver, where your friend and mentor is going to be leaving. In the meantime, he's asked you to take these goods in this wagon to Phandelver, and he asked you to take them to Barthen's Provisions in Phandelver. If you deliver the wagon, you will be paid 10 gold each for your troubles.
Arthan's provisions.
Yeah.
Hemo
So-
remembers he's only going to make 10 gold on this and goes, oh,
Didn't we negotiate him up a little bit?
Yes, for the rats, I believe there was 5 gold each plus
15.
No, you
Extra 5 for the
Gengren
rats.
said he would pay you 5 gold for the rats.
Right. So
But-
10 gold plus the 5.
Boom. There you are. All right, traveling down the road. I will ask you to give me somewhat of a marching order, although you don't have to specifically tell me. Just kind of describe it, unless we get on a map, and then I'll push it out. So who's going to be taking the lead on the travel here?
don't we have this cart?
You do
I
have a
think
giant. You
Finis
do have a
was
giant
driving the
wagon,
cart
yes.
last time, so I think he'd be.
And you don't have to drive the cart. You could just pull the cart by the rein. You can just kind of grab behind the
Pretty slow. right?
oxen. Oh yeah, they're slow.
Walking speed, so-
So they're just going to lumber. So, or you can drive on top of the wagon if you want.
Wait will be on top of wagon.
Does
Okay.
anybody have ranged weapons with them?
Hemo carries the longbow.
I would suggest you two stay on the cart then.
Okay.
I also have crossbow.
I have a
Why I
blowgun.
don't know.
All right. So,
Flander
so
will-
who's in the wagon then? Wave is going to be on. Who
Wave's
else is
on
going to be?
Hemo's not gonna offer to walk. So if somebody says, "Hey, go take that longbow and take watch from the cart," he'll do it.
Might take some turns, but Gashar will at least start with walking maybe about 20 feet in front.
Okay, you're kind of walking in
Yeah.
front.
Flander
And
will
then-
walk with the oxen.
All right. All right. Cool. And
Finish?
Cameron, what is Finis going to do?
Finis will, he'll just be sitting up there with the reins, chilling out.
Okay. Finis, do you have any animal skills? Just in case that
Don't
becomes an
know
issue.
Specific, but I can make a roll for you.
Everybody can make a roll. Yeah, I don't need you to
Okay.
make a roll, but you're fine.
Okay.
They don't. I'm just wondering if something happens.
I have a +3, but it's not trained.
Fire your Eldritch Blast over there.
I'm just making sure it's working.
Yeah,
Make sure
I
it's
have
working
animal
in a
handling.
different direction, please.
All right. You travel along the high road, traveling through most of the day. It's a long walk. At first, you're a little bit excited. I mean, here you are. You've emerged from Neverwinter, a city that you've lived a good part of your life in, and to be able to explore this great outdoors. And it's exciting for the first hour or two until you realize the rolling winds of the shore, the hot breezes that blast off the ocean over the course of the land get to be quite repetitive. So after an hour or so, the lust of being gone has quickly been replaced with counting grasses. I spy with my eyes something that's green. Is it grass?
Is it grass?
tree.
All right. You travel throughout most of the day. There's actually a number of people on the road. You don't see anybody. You don't overwhelm anybody on the road because your cart is pretty slow. But you do see some people coming from the south. One of the people that come from the south is just looks like to be a somewhat commoner family. There are two older people. One is a woman, one's a man, and a young boy. And all three of them are riding their own horses, and they come riding past you. You've been on the road now for a good several hours, and they ride past and they give you a little nod.
Can Hemo give him a little juggling performance?
Sure, go ahead.
From atop the cart here.
Go on. Give me a roll.
Oh, it's not great.
What'd
I
you
drop
roll?
a couple of them.
You have your
That's
mage
4.
hand though.
He stabs himself in.
He kind of goes like this. He does pretty good at first. He gets started, then one kind of falls. And he grabs him, but he just barely catches himself from falling off the cart.
Can I back him up with a little music?
You certainly can play some music on the road.
Loopy yuckity sex.
Must have hit a bump right when he was in the middle.
Yeah, just from the pure entertainment of you trying entertains the family because they appear probably as just as bored as you are.
Now they spy something. Begins with letter
Hemo
J.
goes, ta-da!
You travel a good part of the day. You stop at least twice probably to eat. along the road, making yourself food, sitting in little encampments on the side of the road. As you do, 1 or 2 wagons have passed you by. You've seen the slow decay of the sun as it burns a beam of reddish hue across the ocean and slowly dissolves. The pinks turning into purples, fading into blues, and night arrives. What are you guys going to do for a camp?
Should we cook one of these oxen?
I think we still need them for a little longer.
I'm joking. We should kill them both. We should cook them both. I'm hungry today.
Can I grab any good?
Well, amongst all the grasses, is there a flat spot we could pull off the road?
Yeah, there's plenty of spots. I mean, the road here is fairly flat. There's an occasional small bridge or the dips here and there, but for the most part, over the long stretches, there's not much in the way of.
We'll find a tree line kind of close to the road and just go off.
Yeah, you can do that. The tree lines are small and sparse in this area, unlike, like say if you were in the woods where it'd be really heavy. So you're going to see groups of maybe 6-8 trees clumped together here and there, and then they sparse out. Yeah.
That's good enough.
With one deer standing in the middle going like.
Yeah.
What about these burned out or these overgrown farmhouses? Do we see one?
No, you've kind of long left them in the dust. After the first hour, they've kind of faded. You've not really seen much in the way of buildings near the road. You have seen the occasion of a small a while back. During midday, you saw a small road that led to a small town, maybe a really, really small couple hundred person town. But you had just had lunch before and you didn't bother stopping. And now as it gets late, you don't really have much in the way of population here. Occasionally here and there, as you cross, like I said, you see a crop of 2 or 3 houses somewhere here and there, but nothing in the way of a large establishment. So if you keep going to the south, you're going to start coming into major populations. But right now,
what do we run into first?
What's that?
Is Baldur's Gate down there?
If I recall correctly, I have to get my map of Faerun out, but Baldur's Gate is far to the south.
About how far, like percent-wise, do we think we are to Phandelver?
Probably about almost halfway.
All right.
So it's 2 days travel.
Yeah, that's it. He said it would be 2 to 2.5 days is what he said. And of course that can change based on if you have any interruptions or whatever, but that's what he originally said.
So probably not worth continuing traveling through the night then.
You're guessing probably not.
We wouldn't make it.
I can see in the dark.
Then you should take watch.
The dark is our friend.
Yes, I will watch you sleep.
Okay.
I'll take a watch. I only need 4 hours of do nothing.
I mean, there's going to be periods of boredom. Like Gishar will absolutely do some practicing with his martial arts skill. You see him like working with his quarterstaff, doing some punches and kicks in the air.
Kicks and punches and kicks. Kicks and punches,
yeah.
kicks and punches, kicks and punches.
I got a tinderbox. We can certainly start a fire.
Awesome.
Literally, Finis is just spending his time like revivifying or like spare the dying on like insects around camp.
Okay,
Just
cool. Yeah,
Plays around with
Are you killing
Step on
them
the edge of
first?
life and death.
Step on the bug and then you stabilize it.
He watches bugs fight.
Makes a little arena.
Fight. You rest throughout the night, waking up in the morning a little stiffer than you used to. You've been sleeping in beds for the better part of
Does have a bedroll.
while, yeah. But despite the fact that you might be a little, if you have bedrolls, you're definitely in better shape. You could climb out and get yourself together and begin to take on the road to the south. Anything else you're going to do this morning other than your typical preparing and all those type of things? Cool. You head off onto the road. It is another long day of travel, the grind, the boredom. You've told each other every story you know about yourselves and people that you know of and people that you don't know of and people that you made up that you pretend you knew, that you thought you knew, or that you might have known.
I do a lot of that.
As the
Flander, what kind of instruments do you have? I play flute. We could strike up a band. What?
nice.
Oh, I'm always happy to play music with someone else. I play a lute.
Nice. During the middle of the day, you run into a small town, and you're able to pull in and have some lunch in a tavern there if you want. You're kind of hungry and you're tired of being on the road. You pull up and you park your oxen outside with your cart, and you are able to go in and eat if you wish.
And I will ask the proprietor, would you like a little music to entertain your customers, perhaps in exchange for lunch?
He agrees, and he will supply you with some bread and some meat and cheese and a little bit of gravy on it, and you can get some vegetable. He either has some carrots or some corn or some peppers. He'll supply them for you. The rest of you could eat if you want. It's going to cost you 3 copper for the meal.
Is there any ale?
He does, and ale, you can get a fairly weak ale. It's not that great, but it's 2 copper a cup. So
Take a meal and then 1 cup of that ale, and I'll take it out by the cart so I can keep an eye on things.
perfect.
So copper is 10 silver.
Yes.
Hemo attempts to juggle for food as well. He's got by popular demand from his entertainer background. So
Nice. Perfect.
usually in an inn or a tavern, I can get food and lodging with my performances.
Yeah, both of you are able to use that, and there's a couple people that are there. There's a reasonable number of people in this small little village area. You have an audience of about 15, and from them, you're able to get enough coin donated to you for your performance to pay for your lunch.
I'll even throw a couple of copper into your cup.
Nice.
Hey,
I can hear you from outside.
And it was a nice reprieve because
Hemo
you
takes the 2 copper because he's otherwise penniless.
So you get back on the road after eating. Not really much of an event happening, but it was nice to finally see some people after a day and a half. Enjoy a few people on the road as you go by.
Any imps?
No imps.
Good.
Yeah. And at the end of day 2, you find yourself far down the high road, and the road here is getting more craggy, more rocky, more difficult. And you definitely notice that the shift is generally upward. You can kind of feel, you kind of, at the end of the day, you kind of feel a little bit tireder than you were the first day. You go ahead and camp yourself out and do the same things you did the night before, camping and resting.
We're sitting at the fire.
Sure.
Gashar is asking everyone, do you know how to make the oxen go faster? Do you have a fleet foot spell, perhaps?
No.
You could send
Some
them
of
to
the other
fire
high
side,
elves I
maybe
know
they would
can
move
cast
forward
haste.
that way faster.
They're going to go faster for about 100 feet, and then they'll be like, I'm tired now.
If you keep doing that, it sounds bad.
Then they'll die.
Yeah, not
Can
too
we eat
smart.
them?
Still, you're not going any faster, and you'll be really full, which means you're going to go really slow.
And the
Then
cart,
you'll
we'll
have
have to
to-
drag the cart. Yes,
then you'll
this
have
is
to
a bad
drag the
idea.
cart.
All right. Anybody else going to do anything else in the evening here? Probably your last evening before you reach Phandelver, because the next day you're supposed to reach in there probably by
Have
midday.
we branched off of the high road yet?
No, you have not. You're
There's,
you're expecting the Triboar Trail to be ahead. You tried to press ahead to get to the Triboar Trail, but it was a little bit more rocky and steep in this area than you were expecting. So you might even be a little bit behind.
That's exactly what Geshar is thinking. We may be taking closer to 3 days to arrive. Perhaps next time we should take horses.
All right.
And how would that make it faster?
Be there already.
Don't you move faster than a horse now?
You do,
Yes,
yeah.
You have seen him running.
Yeah. All right. In the morning, you gather your stuff up. It's another fine morning. Unfortunately, it's only fine for about a half hour, and the weather rolls in. And by the first near close to an hour of the day, it starts lightly sprinkling and steadily starts getting more and more rain.
I think I said lightning for a second.
No,
lightning and sprinkling.
Slightly
All right.
sprinkling, yes.
Look out, everybody. Duck.
So as you're walking in this, it's not a torrent, but it's definitely that mist that kind of rain that gets you slowly wet.
We do have like a canvas cover you said earlier.
Yep.
Some sort of
Yeah, over the goods. Yep.
So it should be good for.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just unfortunately the rest of you are gonna probably have to wrap up into some cloaks, be tightened up.
I'll go under the tarp.
Where all the goods are.
Yeah.
You want to slide under there?
Yeah.
All right. You kind of wiggle yourself under the cart. You're just gonna lay in there. It's fine.
She's a tiny.
What's in there?
Just
He
food
must, like-
stuffs.
What do you see in there?
Mostly just food stuffs.
boxes.
I see waif in there.
There's some cloth, things like that they're carrying and they're bringing over to Phandelver. All right. As you're riding on the road is very barren. There's nobody on the road. It's rainy. And you've noticed that this tributary, this Triboar Trail that you've turned down, as much as it on the map has this beautiful red dotted line, it is barely more than a road that's kind of wide enough for you can see a cart or so and a little bit more, maybe 2 carts passing, and it's really nothing more. And the road is if you were taking the road least traveled, it would probably be the Triboar Trail. So
What is off to the side? Just more grassland or
more, yeah. There's grasses and there are, although the map shows all green, there are plenty of patches of trees here and there. So you can easily if you needed to use the woods for any reason, say you had
to go to the restroom.
yeah, you can run over there. You can run faster.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can easily reach that and do that if you need to. But there's plenty of trees if
But
you're
you'll
looking.
get
Are you
rained
looking
on.
for something specific like some materials you need, or just something just kind of keep an eye out?
Oh, just looking.
Yeah.
Just looking.
Yeah. So it's grasslands, and you're moving forward through the grasslands. All right. Make sure I can get everything
Keep
correct.
walking ahead by maybe 20, 30 feet.
All right. Why don't you give me a spot check?
You want the investigation?
That would be perception, please, because you're kind of looking out, right? You're looking for stuff.
Absolutely. Not really, though. I have a 4. Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Guess what? It's raining.
I'm
Yeah.
probably looking back at Waif being like, what do you see under the cart?
Waif's
Waif?
actually not really looking at anything. Waif's like
Waif under the cart?
I'm dry.
Yeah. I see Waif under the cart. I got
Yeah. So you look around, you're kind of coming around a bend, and the road, like I said, although this seems very beautiful and straight on the map, it's kind of windy. It's kind of, the carts that go through, they avoid the rock patches and stuff. They're moving around. They're dodging the earth, taking the path of least resistance, almost like a river would go through. So you've been on the Triboar Trail for like a half a day now. And as you come around a bend, you spot suddenly ahead of you, not too far away from you, 2 dead horses just laying in the middle of the road.
I'll hold up my hand for the cart
Each
to stop.
So each has
And this
several
will bring
black
it to a stop.
feathers sticking out of them.
All right. I basically stick my head up and I try to get the cart to stop.
Finis will bring the cart to a stop.
He doesn't know those fancy hand gestures of yours. He's just
All right,
sort of
I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the map up, and then I'm gonna put a location down, and I want you to be on the road behind the location that I put you in. Okay.
All right.
So let's put everybody let's have you be the closest person. So right about there. We'll put everybody kind of right there. So the cart and everything will be behind this up the road. So put
This is
yourself behind
probably
the road.
in the cart, wherever that would be.
Yeah, and you can just kind of clump together, and we'll assume what the cart is. I can put a token out for the cart if we want.
I assume it'd be like around there then. Just
Yeah.
slightly ahead.
Yeah, in fact, I can find something to put in there. I don't even know if they have a cart token ready for me.
Draw like a box or something.
Well, because you probably want to move it though. Right? I guess I could do that because you can move them, right?
I think you can move boxes.
Yeah, you can. Thank you for. I will draw something here. So I'm just going to draw the cart like that, but it's in that general area. Does everyone see it?
Mhm.
Perfect. And I'm going to scroll up in here so people can see what it looks like. Boom. All right, cool. So as you approach there, you see these horses that are dead horses, and there's arrows sticking out of them. Now, what I'm going to have everyone do is I want everyone to, at this point, give me a perception roll. This is because you're actively looking now.
Proficient in perception. with
I
a
got the
minus
same
to
thing I got
wisdom.
last
Heck
time,
yeah.
conveniently, which is still a 4.
Leaf doesn't see shit. She's under the covers.
I did wave for everybody else to look around, though, apparently. So I'm at least getting our team involved. Good job, everybody else.
Hemo got critical elf eyes. Got a nat 20 for a 21.
All right. So now I have those numbers. What are you guys going to do? You going to move forward? You're going to stay where you're at? What's the objective here?
Leaf comes out from under the covers.
All right. You slide out. It's still lightly raining.
Ugh. It's a miserable land.
It is. It's wet.
So there's vegetation off to the side here.
There is. Yeah, for
Both
sure.
sides, yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of a little bit of how tall is that cliff over here? Is it
About 10 feet up.
about 10 feet?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to run over there and scramble up and get a better view up here.
I guess I don't hide very well.
All right. You run over there and you run up. You kind of run up the
Yeah,
little
why not?
cliff side
'Cause I
there.
might not be able to see very well from where I was. So he kind of runs up there and kind of scrambles and looks over the hill and looks into the woods.
All right. And what's your perception?
I only got a 4 earlier.
What is your passive perception? I wrote that down. So
11.
11. Thank you. Okay. All right. You climb up and you kind of, are you sitting up there? Are you hanging on the side? What do you want to do?
He'll scramble to the top if there's not an immediate
Yeah.
threat.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
within a
muddy.
couple
You know, it's when wet
Yeah.
and you climb up the edges, your hands are cold from the climb, but
I guess I said scramble. I was picturing him sort of just doing almost like a running thing up to the top.
yeah. Yeah.
And then grabbing the top and pulling himself up.
Yep. With your hands being on the ground, you get that cold, grassy feelings in your fingers, you know, just where the grass has been. It's wet and damp. Not going to really, you know, you're
So
like,
that
ah,
quick.
when you're wiping yourself on your
Just
wet
crouches
shirt.
back down.
All right.
Quickly.
Anybody else doing anything more?
Take his quarter step up.
Well, Hemo seeing Geshar take the high road will stow his bow, draw his scimitars, and just walk down the road to go check out the horses.
All right. Well, why don't you have go ahead and give yourself, you can move all the way down to I got to undo that. Control Z. Of course, that's
30 feet
you put that
to
back.
here seems about right.
All right.
That's a
you're
turn's
up.
move.
Perfect. I don't know if they have the grid on for this. Let's see if I can put a grid on. Can you see the
Yep,
grid?
it's really light.
I can
but
see a grid.
Okay, perfect.
Very light.
Yeah. These are all generated by the actual. A lot of this stuff gets generated by the game itself, so I don't necessarily know what's going on with all of them. Okay, cool. So you walk up. Hemo, as you walk up, you are suddenly burdened with the realization that these horses are horses you've seen before. These horses were in the barn back when Gendrin and Sildar were getting ready to leave. And now they lay with black fletched arrows, both horses dead. Next to the horses, you see a saddlebag that is laying open. It looks like part of the handle of the saddlebag was torn.
I pick up the saddlebag.
All right, you walk over and you lean down and you pick up the saddlebag. The saddlebag itself is empty. You can see part of the strap has been ripped, slightly ripped apart as if it was being pulled.
Did our employers get robbed?
Yeah, it's like somebody went and pickpocketed the whole horse. Tosses the torn bag back towards the party.
All right, you do that. It's a long toss because they're like, way away from you.
It lands in the dirt, whatever.
It's thrown 15 feet down the road and lands in a splat in a small puddle. The rain quickly and the mud around the road quickly kind of consuming half of the saddlebag.
Yeah, sure. Way along the ridge line here.
I guess I'm gonna pull out one of the arrows.
All right, you're gonna walk over and pull out one of the arrows? Go ahead.
Yeah. Does it look crude or manufactured or like, I don't know. Does it look like it was how nice does this arrow look, I guess?
They look like they've been roughly made. You don't think they probably have any disadvantages or anything when you're being shot, but you think that they're probably not made by like Alm, or they're not made by Neverwinter or something like that. They're made by in the fields or in something that was probably not that well done. Why don't do you have any type of knowledge, type of skills that will allow you to know anything about specifically that information?
I mean, I'm a fighter.
Sure. Do you have a history or anything like that?
I have plenty of points in history.
Give me a history roll.
That's a natural 1 for a 5.
All right. You believe that these arrows were once made by people or creatures that probably shot them.
Fascinating. Wow. They're not as nice as my arrows. I just drop it.
Yeah. All right. So put yourself right next to the horse, please.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Roll for initiative.
What?
Do I see anything?
I'll tell you what's going on right now. So
There we go. 21.
yeah, cool. All right. So I'm finished. What do you got?
9.
Flander.
20.
Nice. Hemo.
13.
13. Waif. 10. And Grishar.
21.
21. All right. Unfortunately, none of your passive resistances were well enough to see what was going on before it all happens. So allow me to bring everybody down.
Allow myself
So
to introduce
nobody move myself. Nobody move your characters. These are just the things that are going to start happening.
Coming right out of the woods, I was not able to see them in. That seems about right. I had a 4 perception.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching the woods. You guys see,
You're
guys
too
are
busy,
looking at the
like,
woods,
trying
and
to
then they
scramble
literally
your-
come running out of that woods.
You were like too busy trying to scramble your way up in the mud to like look around properly.
He was actively looking into the woods, just not well.
Just not exactly, what you'd consider,
Good.
good. All right. Let me bring up the information on them so I make the correct attacks. I apologize. All right. These creatures appear to be small goblinoid creatures with little tiny spears and staffs. One of them, they kind of have like a scimitars and or spears or short swords, things like that. But they each right now are currently holding a short bow, and they are stretching their weapons out and firing. All of them are firing right now at Nate. Who's your Gashar, right?
Gashar.
Nate. I'm going to remember the character's name. So Gashar is going to be struck or attacked
So this
by
is a
all three of
surprise
these.
round, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
You nobody noticed they were there. They were hiding in the woods, and you were there, and they are attacking you.
Can you catch missiles yet, Nate?
No, I believe that is 3rd level.
And throw them back.
13. All right. So I have a 15 and an 18.
Those would both hit.
All right. So Gishar is standing at the edge of the kind of like walking along the edge, and all of a sudden you hear everyone hears this tunk, 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 like the flapping of the arrows.
You also
being
hear
attacked.
2. Ah!
Oh my God.
No.
You are hit by max damage both times. He's clearly not paying attention as 2 bolts lodge themselves right in his hip and his shoulder. Ching, ching. You take a total of 16 points of damage.
Ooh.
Shoo, shoo.
No.
Ah.
Still alive, but barely.
In the meantime,
No wonder they killed the horses. They're good at that.
from the woods, 2 jump out from over here, and they fire down at Hemo.
Ow.
Oh,
I
and
dodged them.
I'm on fire now. I'm at armor class 21.
That hits me.
You are hit for 4 points of damage right in the thigh. Shoot.
Gashar.
Ah!
We're under attack.
Let me roll initiative for them. And of course, I got max initiative. Let's see what their dex is. Okay. All right. At that point, you all scramble and they keep firing. They're all gonna fire again.
What's their initiative?
They go on 22.
Oh.
I rolled a 20. Okay, Hemo, you are hit one more time, but this time it snags you right. It snags you right in the soft part of the cheek right here. Literally, you're kind of turning down. You turn and this bolt rips right in the side of your cheek. It kind of lodges right there, and it's actually jammed in there. And you can feel the metal and the shaft of this thing just kind of ripping through, and your mouth is covered in blood. You are hit for 6 more. As he critically hit you, but I didn't roll very well. So, all right. It is now Gashar's turn. They've surprised you, all of you, and have jumped out of the woods and have just rained down terror upon you.
Right. I am feeling quite outmanned right here. Outgunned. Outmanned. And I'm going to do the old retreat back to the group.
Okay.
So basically it's a dash, right?
Yeah, you can make a dash action, and the hillside isn't hard enough where you take any falling damage. You can run down it. That's fine.
All right. So he's just going to do that. I think I can get right back to the group. Actually, I have a speed of 40, so theoretically,
yeah,
I get all the way. I get near them and could still take an action, but he's literally going to run back up and sort of get hopefully partial cover with the cart. Maybe I think that would make sense.
Okay.
So to run next to the cart, and then tell everybody that we're under attack.
See, does this show better? I was trying to see if I can make the grid show a little better, but it's okay.
He'll take cover with the cart, and
all right.
And tell everybody we're under attack. There's
you run
3
back
in the woods. There's maybe some more on the other side over there, and
they had a hellaciously
and you
bad
see him
round.
literally running back with 2 arrows sticking out of him. One's in his shoulder, and one's in his hip, and he's he's limping but running pretty quick still. All the way back.
All right.
To attack! They're right there. They're over there. And then who's still out there? Is that Hemo?
Yeah, Hemo's left by himself.
He calls out Hemo.
And these goblins, for whatever reason,
come back.
Or it could be that I rolled a 20 on my initiative. For whatever reason, they're just fast. They're raining on arrows on you. You're like, what the heck?
You're in a killing field. Come back.
All right,
and then Hemo takes an arrow to the face.
Yeah, he turns. And he's like, oh, he's just so disorienting. All right, that is. I thought I'd do more damage, but it's still cool. All right, so Gashar went. Flander, what are you gonna do?
Okay, I'm going to. Well, first of all, I'm going to cast Healing Word on
Gashar?
Nate's character. Gashar, yeah.
Okay, you cast Healing Word on Gashar.
What does that do?
Yeah,
I believe you get 1d6 back.
Yeah, I believe that gets you 1d,
one arrow back.
1d4 back. Let's see.
Isn't it 1d4 plus your spell mod?
Yeah.
Or...
Mm-hmm. Healing Word.
Are you able to just click the button? Does it do it all? Does it automate?
Yeah, under your core tab, there should just be
Yeah.
in the actions and spellcasting.
That's Healing Word. There we go. Well, I'll give you the full blown there.
You got shot good today.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're bad.
1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
All right.
So,
What's your spellcasting ability modifier?
I think that's +2 now.
All right. You want to roll a d4 or shall I?
I got it. Get 5 points back.
Excellent.
All right, you've been charged up 5 points extra. Good. All right. That is
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lander. That brings us to Hemo. Hemo in the killing field, getting shot. Arrow in the face.
Okay. I know I should probably run away.
Back.
But
regroup, as they say. Anyways,
I just took an arrow through the cheek. And if that happened to me, I don't think I would be able to let that stand.
The guys to the south did that to you. Or the
Can
goblins
I?
to the south.
Get up the hill this way. Well, first, are
You can
they
actually run up that hillside. You can kind of pretty much run up it. It's that the slope is gentle enough. You can run up it.
all right?
just-
Yeah, Gashar did. It was just like, lightly muddy and 10 feet-ish, you said?
Yeah.
I snap the arrow out of my cheek and just charge at the guy who shot it.
All right,
Two
go for it.
scimitars.
So you it looks
can I
like you're
make it
about
up the
15
hill?
feet away, and I'll reveal
Yeah.
some more of the area since you can easily
Yeah,
make that.
You can make it up there.
Yeah, no big deal. All right.
Do I just see the two of them up here?
Yep. The two of them up there, and you run up. They each have bows in their hand, so they have I believe short swords or scimitars. They have scimitars, but they're not wielding them right now. So you run up the hill. They're kind of surprised that you made it. They're kind of expecting you to just be the slope to not run up it. You run up
Hemo's
there.
tall. He's
Yeah.
like,
You
6.5
run up there.
feet.
What are you gonna do?
I point my scimitars at them and I go, "Who did it?"
Are you gonna attack one of them?
You should, yeah.
Do they
You should.
respond to that?
Well, it looks like they're gonna draw their scimitars and try to kill you. Did you yell it in common?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna draw their scimitars and try to kill you.
Wait. I know. No, Mish. Never mind.
You
Both
can
of you.
no,
I'm gonna
When I
swing
say
a
it in Gnomish,
scimitar.
they're gonna draw their scimitars and try to kill you.
Well, then just the guy on my right. I'm gonna swing at him with a scimitar. 19 to hit.
unfortunately- Yeah. What did you hit?
4 slashing.
19.
On the top guy.
All right, this guy here. You did how much damage?
4 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna bonus action attack with my other one. That's a 7 to hit.
Can I do it there? I'm trying to figure out. Oh, there we go. Oh. And you're gonna bonus action the same one?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. How much damage you do to
So,
it?
does 7 to hit?
No, that doesn't hit.
Okay. That misses though.
So you gotta slap him. You get it. You chopped him pretty good. He's trying to fumble to get his scimitar up because he wasn't expecting to run up the hill so fast. He's like, "What the hell just happened?" Thankfully, Hemo reacted. Wait, you slide out of the cart just as and kind of get to your feet just as all the action erupts, leaving you wondering what the heck is happening for the first half a second. But now with the surprise round over, you've recovered and you see Hemo running up the hill and you see him swinging at these goblins. On the other side, you see the goblins you're kind of stepping up to the ridge and they're going to be firing at Hemo from across the ravine.
So it's me.
Yeah.
Is there any way to get cover here?
Where would you like to get cover? I mean, you can get in the woods and get cover if you're inside the woods. Otherwise, no.
So like,
You can, if you're 5 feet into the woods, if there's 5 feet of woods between you and them, that's considered cover.
will I still be able to see them?
Yeah, you can see them.
So like if I go to here, I have cover.
Yeah. You're going to be considered under light cover, and if you're 10 feet in, you're considered under heavy cover.
All right. Well, I'll just move to there. As a bonus action, I will put my curse on this guy here.
The curse on the hex thing.
Yeah, the
Okay.
hex.
Cool.
And then I will also shoot an Eldritch Blast,
All right. What is the Eldritch Blast range? I think it's 60 feet.
90 feet, 120 feet.
Ooh, nice.
Now,
So which one are you gonna attack? The one you just
the one I just
hex.
hexed.
All right. Give it a roll. This is an attack roll.
Yeah. Uh, 13.
All right. These guys' armor is actually not bad. Their armor class is higher than that. All right.
Okay.
All right. So you attack them and they fire at them and you just missed. Nothing else happens, right?
Yep. No,
All right. Wave. That goes. Finish.
I do. So also this guy has the guy I will choose Dex as an ability. Anything Dex related that he does.
Wisdom.
Hindered.
Okay.
He has a hindrance
And he-
because of the hex.
Good. Thanks for letting me know. That includes, I'm sure, like archery, right? Because that's
Yep.
Dex based. Cool. So now he's disadvantaged?
Disadvantage.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So I marked him.
Yep.
Cool. That's you. That brings us to their turn. You fire at him. This guy, he's clearly not happy with this situation. So he's going to step up to here and he's going to fire at you. He sees you do it, but unfortunately he has disadvantage right now and you have like cover, which gives you 2 to your armor class.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to do his two rolls here. And the worst of his rolls is 12. And then let's see what that means for bonus here. +4 is 16, -2 from that is 14. So did he armor class 14?
Yep, that hits.
Okay. He still hits you with behind that, even with all the hindrances. And he's going to hit you for 4 points of damage. All right. This guy is going to run to here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he is going to try to shoot this person. Who is this?
That's Flander.
Flander. All right. He's going to run up to Flander and he's going to shoot his bow once and he's going to miss. This guy, on the other hand, is going to step forward and he's going to try to kill Hemo from behind. He's going to try to hit you right in the back across the ravine. And no, he missed you. These two stumble and they had their bows to the side, but they're each drawing their scimitars and swinging at you.
All right.
All right, they both have their scimitars and they're swatting at you, but they're short little swats and you have armor and your weapons and stuff. You just kind of block them and kind of dance away. They almost don't even come close to you. All right, that brings us to Gashar.
Wait,
Right.
is that a new round or?
Yeah, they went. Yeah. Did I
Did,
skip you?
they
Did I
started-
skip you? Did I
think
skip
so.
you?
I think I would have been last anyway.
What is your finish?
Finis, yeah.
Okay, finish.
Like a 9.
I apologize that I skipped you. So go ahead.
No problem.
And then
Okay. Finis hops off the cart, starts walking down. He goes,
strolling.
he's strolling. He can get to there.
Okay.
And was that there? As he walks by, he casts Shield of Faith on Waif. So you get +2 AC.
All right.
And then also, as he approaches, both of these goblins have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
As he casts Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. What's my wisdom saving throw?
Dolorous bells fills the air around them. Your
Awesome.
wisdom save is 13.
All right. That guy. All right. One failed for sure. Let's see. My wisdom. Yeah, they both fail. What happens?
Okay, so the one that is already hurt is
Yep.
going to take a D12.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So he'll take 11.
All right.
And then the other one who's undamaged will take a D8.
Okay.
5.
All right. This guy destroyed. You I don't what kind of
Necrotic
effect-
energy.
What is it? Is it an energy attack?
It's let's see, it's
Necrotic.
yeah, necrotic.
You see him almost wither away. His body kind of smolders and twists, and he goes. He's attacking, and all of a sudden he stops, and he's like, and he just falls over, just gone.
The one I originally hit with a scimitar.
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead. Do you want me to delete him from the map, or just leave him there, or what do you want me to do?
Throw an
I
X
just
on
use
it
the X, the big red X.
Okay.
for looting purposes.
Ah,
Yeah.
I died.
wrong guy.
Isn't that the guy?
No, you got him.
No, that's
He
good.
got himself.
Oh, okay. All right. So now he's been X'd out. All right. And then is that it? You did like 30 things there. So
Yep. That's all my actions.
all right. They went and attacked, of course. And now
Gashar,
it is
yeah.
Gashar's turn.
All right. So Gashar is gonna move back up to this tree right here,
All right.
and I think I can see both of these guys, even though it's a 10-foot up.
I think you'll be able to see the first one and not the
Oh,
second
the
one.
second one.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll keep moving then. I mean, this is a 10-foot. He says 10 feet up.
Yeah. But this one is solidly behind that 10 foot by a round. You looking over it, you're not gonna be able to see this guy, I don't think.
Well, all right. Where did I start here? I could get basically the edge. So that's shorter,
Sure.
obviously, because it's kind of around the corner there.
Yep. What do you want to do?
Well, I was thinking about doing a ranged an area attack that was in a line. But if I can't see the second guy,
No, you might have to wait on that. Yeah.
yeah, that wouldn't do much good. So, or I could get further away, right?
Yeah, I would say if you are 40 feet away or 30 feet away, you probably could see him.
All right. He'll run up to about here then.
I mean, scroll the map up a little bit. All right. Yeah, I'd say if you're that far away, you could see them. That's
See
fine.
both of them?
Yeah.
All right, that's perfect. And then what he's going to do is he's going to use his breath weapon. And what you see, he takes this big inhale of breath and sort of like he kind of yells as he does this thing. And what you see is lightning erupt from his mouth and
Whoa.
right up.
Frickin' blue dragon over here. He's a blue dragon in disguise.
Could it be? Could he really be Dragonborn?
Dovaki.
So they're both going to have, so it's in a line, 5 by 30 feet.
Okay.
So both of those would be covered by that.
Okay.
Electricity. And there's a save DC, which is 8 plus my constitution modifier plus my proficiency bonus. And I believe that is a total of 12.
And they both will fail, unfortunately.
Excellent. And they both will take 2d6 damage on a failed save. I'll roll that for you.
Just roll it once and I apply it to both.
Got it. 7 points of damage to each of them.
Okay.
Ooh. Didn't they both?
They
like-
both perish.
This is perfect. Electrocuted.
Good work.
Sort of stands up and sort of gets himself ready to and he pulls an arrow out at that point.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt big time. All right. That brings us to Flander.
Flander will walk up to here and yell out to Hemo, "Attaboy, Hemo, you got this. Go get him!" And give him bardic inspiration.
All right.
Sweet.
And so that will give him an extra
Just
D6.
Jafar. If he can't do it, great.
So that gives him an extra D6 on whatever attack, save.
There's one other thing you can use,
Or
it for,
check.
but I can't remember now.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, skill check.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, skill
So
check.
you have bardic inspiration. That gives him a +1 or +2.
That gives him,
Plus a d6 to an attack.
yeah, plus a
Oh,
D6.
you
For
roll a
D20
D20
roll.
Mhm.
Got it. Cool. Nice. And you can choose that anytime in the next 10 minutes. You can use it
That's
once.
right. Yep.
Cool.
Mhm.
Nice. Go way to go, Flander. That brings us to Hemo. It is now your turn and you are inspired. You are encouraged. What are you going to do, sir?
He's gonna try one more time and I mean, obviously, did you do this to my face? He's gonna take a couple of swings.
He's just,
with his
in
scimitar.
Goblin, he's barks and chirps at you.
'll take that as a yes. 14 to hit.
A 14 to hit will miss him.
Can I use my bardic inspiration on that?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Does a 15 hit?
You will let him. I want to let him roll.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
19.
Yes, that
19
hit him.
then.
You're like, boom. I'm inspired. I don't know if you have to just declare that before you roll or
No,
afterwards.
you
I'll
can-
figure out.
No,
You can use it anytime. Nice. Cool. Yeah, but yeah, you're inspired. You're going to miss him. And all of a sudden the glory and Flanders
Oh,
coming
that's
through.
right. Flanders said to do it.
Yeah. Do it. You're going full Ned.
I can't let Flander down.
You're going full
But that
Ned.
one did 6 points of slashing damage.
6 points of slashing damage.
Bonus action offhand attack.
Flanders are
21 to hit.
That's it.
5 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
There you go.
Him down.
Did I get him in the face?
What's that?
Did I
Yeah,
get him
you
in
can
the
kick him
face?
as a free action. You can kick him in the face as he drops.
I just want to make sure I cut him in the face before he goes down.
Oh yeah, you can cut him. We can say that your second one when you stab him, you literally stabbed him, so you stabbed him in the cheek. Like there you go, and he's like,
Payback.
We're
You can-
even.
I'm just thinking of you like you're bringing your foot up, you kick the sword and draw it out of his face as he's laying there.
Yeah.
All right, Timo went. That brings us to Waif.
All right. I will move my hex to this guy. Can I see this guy from where I am?
I'm gonna say I think probably yes. It might be tough, but we'll say yes for now.
Well, I mean, I can move to here.
Yeah, and then you
Okay.
definitely would be able to see them.
Okay. I'll move my hex to there, and then I will do the Eldritch Blast again.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, I've been sucking. 12.
No, you do it, and even though he's hex, he has a spiritual thing covering over top of him. You fire, and he ducks down, and you hit the side of the ravine there.
That bardic inspiration.
Right.
All right,
But dexterity for him as well, as far as.
Finis, it's your turn.
Finis, seeing this guy get cut down, switches his attention and starts to walk this way. He's going to kind of stop at the bottom here.
Yeah, you gotta
But
talk
as he
that way.
walks, he casts Toll the Dead.
Give him a kiss.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna. You tell me to walk this way.
So 13 wisdom save.
Okay. No, he does not make it.
Okay, he damaged it all already?
No, he's not.
It's a D8. 2 points.
All right. Oh, he survived. I'm just kind of surprised. Are you able to see the bar? You're not able to see the bars over the top, huh? That's fine. I wonder. I'll have to figure out. I think it's cool then to see the bars if they're injured. But we'll figure that part out. Cool. All right, he's damaged. That was Finis. Round refreshes. It's his turn. He is running.
For his life.
He's running.
He's running. Can I take a swing attack of opportunity?
10
He's
feet
just
up.
disengaging. So
Okay.
that's all he's doing. It's his whole action. So and I think you're down at the bottom of the hill anyway. But he's going to run and he's just taking off. All right, that is them. Gashard, is your turn. What are you going to do?
All right. Well, I basically run up this hill, see him start to run into the woods, and I'm going to try to follow him. I think I've got, I got speed on him.
Yeah, for sure. Let me figure out exactly where he went to.
Sure.
All right, let me adjust him for 1 second here. All right, where are you going to go to? Is that where you ran to?
Well, yeah, I mean, he kind of ran up that direction.
Yeah.
Right?
So you can see the edge of the woods here. Anything beyond that, it's too high a cover, more than 10 feet in.
Sure. Well, I'll
But-
run into the same direction he went, and then
So-
hopefully I can.
But
get
this
a
is
little better
this where you went to this round? Is that 40 feet you went already?
I went 40. So
Okay,
far.
so where are you going to go to
I'd
next?
I'd basically do what do they call it? A double move.
Yeah, you can do a double move. So where's the other 40? Where are you going to run to? Give me an idea.
So I can't see much, right?
No,
But I can keep.
but I know
But
how
I
to
can
love
see and I
you.
can keep moving, right?
Yeah.
So this will be to, what was that 25? Did I get there? Yeah, 25. So I got 15.
Yep.
more.
I will reveal some more to you.
Perfect. I only have another 15 to move, but
I-
should be able to maybe I'll see him.
You're kind of running into that area. See kind of you kind of just see a bunch of grasses. You can certainly do all right, what is your passive? Because you may see him if you.
Oh, 11.
No. All right.
Oh.
So if he's hiding there, if you ran and hid, drop down, you're passive. You don't have enough actions to look, but you're just kind of running up. You don't see him.
All right. Well, I will keep moving into the woods. I'll slow down a little at the end. So
Is that as far? Go put yourself to whatever your max.
I just wanted to sort of see what was next in the
Yeah,
woods.
no problem. I totally
This
understand.
would be my max right here.
All right.
Getting right up to the edge of the line.
Let me see here. Where's reveal?
I'm waiting for I come into a small opening and there's just 7 of them like this.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay. So you run up and you just kind of, you kind of running through the woods and you don't see any sign of them. Yeah.
I will actually come to a stop at that point.
Yeah. You're kind of looking around, but next round, you can look. Yeah. So that is Gashar. That brings us to Flander. Flander, you saw Gashar just run into the woods, and where he went to at this point, 10 feet into the woods, is too thick to see. You don't know where he's at.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What I will do, because he's just run off, has he?
Yeah.
Okay. There was just one left.
Yeah, it took off. Apparently, after seeing all of his companions get smote in a single round.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to stick around.
He decided, I think perhaps that this was not the best strategy for me. And he takes off.
Who says goblins don't have good intelligence?
Me.
Okay.
Their intelligence is actually 10, by the way. They're not stupid.
Perfectly average.
Yeah.
Okay, and just.
So what are you gonna do?
I'll just see what. Oop, no, I can't do that. There. Okay, he's too far for me to. He's too far away for me to do. Well, maybe if I can. If I can come up to here.
You run up the hill.
Run up the hill. And.
Touch a pail of water.
He's
Okay,
41
to there.
He's 40 feet away. How far away can he have to be? Is it within 30?
He has to be within 60 feet.
Okay, so you can do that if you want to give him inspiration.
Yep. And I will give him inspiration.
You've been inspired.
Mhm.
Excellent.
I don't have anything to throw at you to inspire you with.
I'll have some Reese's.
Here, give me a candy.
Oh God!
You've been inspired.
Oh God! Right in the hip. You hit me right on the arrow.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well, that was Finis. Flander, sorry.
Flander, yep.
That brings us to Hemo. Hemo, you are covered in your own blood and the splatterings of the victims of your rage. What are you going to do?
Oh, me? Oh, sorry.
No, the other Hemo.
I think it would be worth trying to see where these guys came from, see if they left any kind of trail.
Okay. Feel free to, you want to look for some trail?
Yeah. See if maybe they, busted through anything on the way to get here to the ambush.
Absolutely. Give it you want to try to look for tracks. You have to go and look around. Why don't you give me a survival roll?
Sure. 15.
All right. You can see that where these people are, these creatures didn't spend much time up here. They may have climbed up the hill that you climbed up as well. You can kind of tell that. So they didn't come from the south.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll
that was your action, so you have a move still.
I'll come walking down the hill then. Can I walk around here without having to jump down anything?
Yeah, you can walk around. That's fine.
All right.
Singing "Do Diddy."
He's got literally his kind of blood just dripping down his face.
He's got one sword in one hand and his cheek in the other, just blood, and he's mad.
Yeah. All right. That was Hemo. That brings us to Waif.
All right. Waif will go back to the cart.
All right. Waif retreats back to the cart. Bring up to Finis.
Finis is going to kind of hobble up the hill and then just kind of come and check these two guys out, look for anything that might identify as Gundren's property that
Perfect.
they may have stolen.
You look at these creatures, and they have absolutely nothing other than they each have 8 arrows on them, and they have a short bow and a scimitar. The scimitars are not in great shape, but they're not necessarily bad. But you might have trouble reselling them.
Just goblin brigands.
Okay. And that's all he's going to do for this turn. And wait to see if we could route out the other ones.
Grab the bow and arrows.
Sure, I'll grab them.
All right, put them on your sheet. You have a couple of goblin bows and 16 arrows. They're just arrows, so they're nothing special. But all right, that was Finis, right? That brings us to my round. All right. Oh, I got to change. There we go. Okay, that brings us to Gashar.
All right, so
They were short bows, right?
Last round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Short
gonna
bows, yes.
take the moment and basically listen to all my senses to see if I can figure out where this guy is. I'm look around, listen, everything. So,
Give me a perception roll.
all right.
And you've got inspiration.
I do have it. I'll
that
use
you
that.
need it.
Yeah.
Come on,
+6. Nice inspiration. That's a 23.
23. Nice. You look around this area, and you don't see anything in your immediate area.
I know it wasn't a survival check, but do I see any place where he maybe ran through?
No, but what you do see is you don't see where he ran through, but you saw where a number of creatures ran through. And right, I'm on the edge here. You can see.
So I can see some pretty obvious tracks.
See this?
Then.
This is area that's kind of coming through. That's breaking in here. It's kind of leading up this edge, this trail. It looks like a trail going up the hill, and definitely has signs of more than one goblin going that way. And what did you roll? You rolled 23, right? That roll is such a great. You actually see, you see human tracks.
Okay, I'll
These human tracks look staggering, meaning that they're being pushed around. Probably not walking. You can imagine the goblins pushing them or shoving them.
I will note that, and I will actually come back. I'll walk back out, which I think I can easily do to here. Yeah, I'll walk back out to here, and I will tell everybody what I just found.
All right.
There are tracks leading to the northeast. Certainly a trail for the goblins, and I believe our employer may be on that trail as well. I believe he was alive when he left his horses.
You didn't see dwarf tracks, but you saw human tracks. But you know that Sildar is human.
Sildar's human.
Yeah.
I saw at least human tracks.
Yeah, you didn't catch the dwarf ones, but although there may be dwarfs, you maybe just not have caught them.
Right. I probably waved somebody up. So we maybe who is good at tracking or survival skills. You should inspect this trail here.
Well, the clicker ranger.
Do I have survival? Oop, I unpopped my thing.
Da.
Are we still in turn order?
Back into the cart.
I've got survival
We're not
trained,
in initiative
actually.
anymore, so you can go up and do something if you want.
Da.
Oh,
Not very good. 11.
All right, but you clearly saw the trail, and maybe if you did more investigating, you might find some more. But the one thing you look down, you saw the goblin, you immediately saw the human tracks, and they look fresh. They look within the day. It's been raining, but so they're there. And although the canopy is somewhat protected from the heavy rain, it's still been raining. Also, there's plenty of horse meat.
I say we take the cart off the trail, cover it up in the trees, and go after whatever the prisoner they took.
We must go
Be
after
it Sildar or
must be
both.
Gundren and Sildar.
Sildar and Gundren.
Will
Yeah.
the cart fit on this trail?
Will the cart fit where?
On the trail going
The
northeast.
trail going-
No, this is just a foot trail. You're not going to be able to have a whole cart up there, unfortunately. But
Let's just park it and cover it.
drag it into the woods if you want, or you can try using survival to camouflage it.
Well, someone can.
Well, I'm just giving you options.
Finis will try to do that. He'll like pull it into some trees, like snap some branches off across the road, bring them back over, put them over the cart.
Where are you going to put this thing at?
It looks like
I think we can park it like right up here. It's probably all right.
We go up the hill here, and then this is already like some tree.
Like up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like maybe a little bit into the woods.
Yeah, yeah. You can
as much as it'll go.
Yeah, you can mostly get it into the woods. You're probably not going to be able to hide it completely. Somebody who actually is looking for something might be able to find it, but somebody just riding in the on the rain might not necessarily.
19 survival.
Nice. Okay.
Good.
I'm going to write that down for next week. All right, great. Well, we're going to end it here. You made your trail, the road down the trail, only to discover that your employer, who you were meant to be meeting in Phandelver, might have run into some trouble, or at least their horses. You don't know what happened to them, but these goblins certainly seem that have no goodwill toward you. They've attacked you. You saw that there was a satchel. The satchel that you, if you recall, Gundren had when he left was stuffing papers into. So you don't know what's in there, but whatever it is has been taken. These goblins, for some reason, were interested in that paper. Where the people are or what's going on, you don't know. So you'll have to find out next time we meet. But until then, we will take a break and come back and find out what happens next time.
We'll wait for your next.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right. I suppose I should tell people because we're taping this that we should tell people to like and subscribe. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There should be a button down there. No. Hey.
Click the bell. I think I've heard that.
Yeah, more up here, not quite down there. I know what you're looking at. All right. So
Hit the X. It's up here.
Okay. If everyone points in random directions, one of us will be right. Or am I just voguing? All right.
I'll leave it.
Yeah. All right. See everybody next week.
Right. Till next time.
Or next time. I guess we're taking next week off next time.
Next time.
See ya.